Paul on the phone. He'll call you back. Okay. Okay.
Yes, we are here. It is us.
I'm a baby.
Once again, it's another show. Super Bowl preview. The Chiefs and the 49ers. It's going to be a 2-week series. So, whatever we don't get done this week, we'll definitely finish it up next week. And it's a lot to cover. But we were just talking about the fact that, didn't go the way we expected it to go this weekend. I expected the 49ers to win, but not in that fashion. And nor did I expect Kansas City to go down there and have their way with the Ravens. But I digress. Patrick, you're looking good down there, man, with the Mexican Dallas hat.
Doing the X's and O's, man. Detroit, it was their game to lose, and they lost it.
They sure do.
Absolutely.
Hey, they ain't got nobody to blame but that coach.
Well,
absolutely.
Part of the problem with Detroit in that game was the first half of that game, you ran the ball at will. Second half, you quit running.
Yes, they did.
Then
they should have kicked that field goal before halftime.
It's just like you said, you can blame the coach, and now he's got a lot of things to answer because there's a whole lot of questions surrounding his actions. But
yeah, when they went down and San Francisco kicked that field goal, only thing they had to do was match it. You would have been back up by 17.
Yeah, but when they went out at the half, you down on the 4-yard line. If at any time you're gonna go for it on fourth down, going into the half, you could have went up by 20 versus going up by 17. But at the rest of those other two in the third and in the fourth, when they did it, you're in the middle of the field. You're at midfield, or you're on the 30 or 40 when you try that, and it didn't make any sense, especially when the momentum had swung towards San Francisco in the fourth quarter. Kick the field goal, take the points, and keep playing. But you keep giving them the ball, 35-yard line, 45-yard line.
But why you stop running?
And like I said, that's the question I asked to begin with. Why you quit running? Because they couldn't stop you. They had no answer for the run at all. And then you end up giving up 27 unanswered points in the second half.
Then when they ran the ball on third and goal.
Big C, you on mute.
Who, me?
No, Cornell.
Oh, yeah, Cornell.
We can't hear you, buddy.
Yeah, but that was stupid play calling in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was. It's like they went in the halftime thinking they had the game won and forgot that there was a second half to be played.
Yep, they came out playing not to lose instead of playing the game.
Instead of playing the win, they went to the prevent in the second half.
But if they think they're gonna go to the Super Bowl and get down 17 points on Kansas City,
that ain't happening.
Come back.
That ain't happening. And then with the Kansas City game, how was Kelsey so wide open? That looked like Brady and Gronkowski with the way that Kelsey was open. Okay.
Yeah. Then Lamar, he stopped running.
Well, I just felt in the second half of that game, he just got overwhelmed. He just started to feel overwhelmed, saw it slipping away from him.
Felt that pressure.
Yep. And but I don't see Kansas City losing this game.
Nah.
And Beyonce should be glad that Jay-Z is in charge of the halftime, because otherwise Taylor be done made her way down to the halftime show. And
you got that right. You got that right. But this would get me. If I would try with Kelsey, I let them know before I got with her, I done won two Super Bowls.
What that comment that she made? I know where you go. That comment she made about making him. I'm like, yeah, we'd had to have some words off camera.
I was already made.
I was ready made when I came to you. Okay.
Hey, 2-time Super Bowl champ, All Pro tight end, Hall of Famer already. You can't do that.
In my eyes, right now, he is the number 2 all-time tight end behind Gronkowski. I had him at number 3, but he's bypassed Tony Gonzalez, and right there behind Gronkowski.
Yeah, I give him that one.
And so no, he was ready made when he met her. Now his brother's getting ready to retire or talking about retirement.
Yeah, he said it at first, but now they talking about he's saying that he don't want to go out the way he did and take your money and run. Cause y'all ain't going nowhere next year.
Now with Cullen Moore as your offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm. And oh boy, he gonna turn into a Carson Wentz.
Yep.
Yeah, I just want oh boy to hurry up and figure out what he gonna do. Is he gonna go or you gonna stay? One of the two.
Yep. So we can move on to whatever's next. Big C, we still can't hear you. Nope. Tyrone put you on silent tonight. There you go. You came through there.
Y'all can hear me now, but see, it's not supposed to come through like this, because what it is, it's coming through my camera instead of through the speakers. And with the camera, you're not gonna hear any sound. You guys can't hear y'all didn't hear that, right?
No.
Yeah, you see, you can't hear any sounds, but you can hear me.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So since you can hear me, that means I'm recording, I'm registering. So hey, that's okay. Yeah, Tyrone ain't show up tonight, and his old 39ers in the Super Bowl, unless he watching and he just ain't chime in yet. That could be it.
Yeah, he know they got lucky.
Yeah.
He can send Detroit coach some flowers and stuff.
But you know what it is? It's the rookie curse. When it's your first time up there like that, and those pressure games, they didn't do it. They didn't play like Alabama, like the 4 quarters, or like the Canes back in the old days, put their fingers up. You gotta play 4 quarters. You can't just play no half, get a half in, the dude already waving, going up the sideline. Hey man, nah man, you gotta come out there and play 4 quarters. Hit him in the mouth for 4 quarters. Cause that's what when we saw doggone, and that's why I think I give them the edge in the Super Bowl. Because that's what we saw Kansas City do. Man, Kansas City came out there and attacked.
Well, not only do Kansas City come out and attack, Kansas City does. They take a page out of Belichick's book. You score as fast and as often as you can. There's no prevent defense, no slowing down. Andy Reid is if you don't want to see it ran up, stop me. But
That's it.
Okay.
my job ain't to tell my players not to play. My job is, hey, your job is to stop.
Mine is to score. I don't do prevent. I don't sit there and start trying to milk the clock and all the rest of it. Score the ball. Take that ball and run it down that field.
Because when you do that, that's when you lose the game. Ask Detroit. But
Well,
that was
the problem,
that rookie Jinx Cornell.
Yeah.
That was dumb coaching.
the problem with Detroit and Campbell, it's the same thing he did against Dallas. He had 3 opportunities to just kick the extra point and send our game to overtime. But instead, he insisted on trying to keep going for it. And he did the same thing with that game against San Francisco. Not one time did he decide to just kick a field goal.
Hey, Tyrone talking about I wouldn't let him in. Yeah, I sent you the doggone. I sent you the thing. You forgot how to use it. I'm gonna send it to you again. Talk about ain't nobody gonna let him in. I said, hey, I sent it to you. Let me see, Tyrone. I'm gonna send it to you again, Tyrone.
So, but yeah, so it's his fault for continuing to be stubborn and trying to force something to happen that wasn't happening for him.
Bam,
When you didn't have to
Go
play
ahead,
that
Mike.
way. You playing to win, so take the points.
Yeah,
I understand what you've been doing that during the regular season, but this ain't the regular season. Hey, one and done.
Well, and then if you take the points, you're going to kick the ball off and you're going to put them back at a minimum to the 25. But when you continue to go for it in the middle of the field and you don't get it, you're giving up ground and momentum.
Giving them, that's it. So if they would have kicked that field goal, the momentum would have been back on their side.
Yep.
Bam, Matt, what's going on, brother?
Hey, good afternoon, gentlemen. How y'all doing?
Everybody's
all
good,
right.
man.
How you doing?
Yeah, man. I don't have any sound effects tonight because it was acting up. I just got my voice back. These guys are carrying the show for me, but we're gonna go ahead, man, and we're gonna get started with a little something, man. I mean, the dragon's still out there, guys, and so we're gonna get started with the dragon tonight. Before we play the promo, we're gonna bring in the dragon. That's right, man. That's the dragon. We got Tyrone. We got Tyrone coming in there. Tyrone, before you say anything, this is how you sound to me.
Oh yeah, can I get a chicken tuna? Anything? Yeah, can I get number tuna plate? Number stick 5P.
You want a what, sir?
A chicken tuna. A tuna combo.
Oh, what combo?
Strawberry.
Strawberry?
Man, can't beat me out, my man. Man. I said 5P tuna.
Are you talking about tenders?
You think you can't hear me?
Oh man, every time I see that, man, I laugh. Oh. Tyrone, what's going on, man?
Not much. What's going on, man?
Everything's good. Well, you sitting back there with your pipe, looking like you are. What you got to say, Tyrone?
What I got to say? Hey, we going to the game. Hey, all these doubters been doubting all year long, and we there.
Who doubt y'all? They picked y'all to go.
No, I ain't talking about that. You know who I'm talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Tyrone.
I don't care about everybody else. I'm talking. You know who I'm talking to.
Be easy on yourself, because the game ain't over yet.
Hey, you right.
So I'm gonna tell you congratulations, but I really don't mean it.
That's
But I'm gonna
okay.
tell you congratulations.
Hey, did you send Dan Campbell a box of chocolates?
I sure did. I
I know you
appreciate it.
did. Yeah.
I know you did. Oh, Danny Camp. Oh, Danny Camp. We're gonna talk about him in a minute. Let me go ahead and play the promo real quick, guys. We done Yeah, Tyrone, we're gonna have some more 49er pictures in the next week. I was trying to work fast tonight to get the show up on the road, so I
Nah,
have some
man.
more 49 pictures in the next week.
It's all right, man. I understand.
Yeah, no, but it was not. It wasn't because I was excluding them. It's the fact that I didn't have a chance to put them
It's
on.
all right, man. Haters gonna hate.
I'm not hating on you, Tyrone. I'm not hating, Tyrone. And listen, I'm not hating, Tyrone. This season, 49ers Christian McCaffrey becomes the first player since the Cowboys' Emmitt Smith in 1995 to lead the NFL in rushing every week from the start of the season to the finish. And so we give shots out to Christian McCaffrey, but whoever made that, what's that, NFL rumors, don't even put Christian McCaffrey's name on the same page as Emmitt Smith. I want them to know that the Cowboy King, Cornell Johnson, said that. Yeah, don't put his name on the same page as Emmitt Smith. I don't care if he broke, if he did that since Emmitt Smith, those two names don't go together. But we still give shots out to Christian McCaffrey for the great accomplishment. What difference has Christian McCaffrey made since coming to the 49ers for the 49ers, guys?
He's the reason why they made the postseason for the last 2 years.
Yes. And why they in Super Bowl?
Because last year, until they picked him up in the mid-season, they were not headed to the postseason. He came in and became a complete game changer for them. With him, the combination of him and Debo provides 49ers with a lot of offensive options that they didn't have prior to the two of them being on the field together.
How you feel about that, Bam Mav?
Who cares?
You just don't know how you touch my heart with that when you said that just now. Because you touched my heart, man. You really did. I feel the same way, but we're just trying to be cordial for Tyrone. Tyrone, how you feel about that, buddy?
It helped. I mean, he was a missing piece,
Absolutely. Absolutely. And one thing I will give, shouts out to the 49ers, shouts out to the Philadelphia Eagles. I won't be saying stuff like this much, but just for making moves. Those guys make decisive moves, and McCaffrey was out there. Shouts out to the Ravens that went out there and got Roquan Smith, the best linebacker in football, probably. Just made good moves, and I think that's really important. I heard something very disparaging today that that if Dan Quinn was to get hired, that we would be looking at Ron Rivera as the defensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys.
That's right.
So
Riverboat Ron, man. Hey.
Riverboat Ron.
That's right.
So let me pour some more coffee. I wish there was something in it, but I don't drink. That's all call. That called for something to be in the Bubba. Yeah, but I don't drink.
I think they're gonna do a backdoor move and get Belichick. That'll be the defensive coordinator for this year, and then get rid of old Mike McCarthy next year.
I don't think
Belichick not being nobody coordinator. I tell you that now. That ain't gonna happen.
He's gonna sit out. Belichick gonna end up sitting out this year.
I don't think he want to come to Dallas.
Well, but the problem with Belichick right now is no team is looking to give him the power that he wants, the control that he wants. Nobody's trying to give that to him right now. So, and that's why he's going to end up on the sideline this year. But if Riverboat Ron comes to Dallas, the only thing coming out of that I'll give a positive to, it just means that the recruitment for Dallas is going to come out of Alabama this year instead of somewhere else, instead of Arkansas.
You really think that he could change recruitment like that?
Something got to change.
As long as Jerry there, ain't nothing gonna change.
We'll just have to ask Cat Williams about that.
Yeah, I got Cat up there because, just the craziness before, we go any further about the Super Bowl, the craziness, who was it? CeeDee Lamb's mom talking about Dak. Dak's brother saying that Dak needs to be, he needs to get away from the Cowboys. He wished he'd get out of Dallas. Who else was it? Don't let me leave nobody out.
Michael Parsons.
Michael Parsons.
Parsons' dad.
Yeah, Parsons' dad was the only one that had sense, though. He didn't say nothing bad.
No, he didn't say anything bad. He tried to make sense out of things.
Yeah, and to me, it's like, hey man, leave the brand. I mean, they ain't doing nothing but tarnishing the brand, because they're what they are is recipients of the brand, and they really got nothing to do with that, bottom line. But yeah, they, it's crazy, man. The little gossip that was going on.
Yeah. But everybody had something to say about that. But nobody had something to say about their own child, because what they should have came out their mouth and said nobody played good that game.
I agree, because that was a team failure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel the same way. Mike, Tyrone.
Hey, Ty is up there before me. Go ahead, Ty.
Hey, it's sad that a lot of them guys is looking at paydays, because if Dak gonna take a friendly deal, some of them guys not gonna get the money they want, and I think that's what a lot of this boils down to.
Yeah, but I think Dak will work with them. I think he'll work with them.
I'm gonna get my money.
Huh?
And that's it.
I'm not working with nobody. I'm gonna get my money.
Yeah, but that's Tyrone
They ain't
Simmons.
gonna take a deal.
That's Tyrone Simmons.
I wouldn't take one either.
That's Tyrone Simmons. But I mean, they probably restructured his deal, Well, I think there were already two Cowboys they talked about restructuring, right? Wasn't it? Dallas was already restructuring two of them.
They were talking about restructuring Dak.
And there was two other people that they had already agreed to restructure. I forgot. I'm sorry. I should have had that information. But wanted to mention to you that beekeepers are advised not to eat bananas due to their smell, making bees aggressive because it releases the same pheromones that alert bees to attack. And so I never knew that if you eat bananas, it releases the pheromone to make bees violent. So, you might have incurred a bee sting or two. And so I just left Mike some bananas right there.
I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I actually feel a little bit smarter after this.
Thanks, man. I thought I'd inject that this week, Mike. I thought, hey, yeah. I want. That's what we're here for. We're here. I can't show any Dallas Cowboy footage, so hey, I've got some facts, and I wanted to share some facts with my friends.
You asked that question, and about this the blitz on social media. Everybody who can just get on there and got a Twitter account or whatever, and you can just say whatever you want to say. But I heard, I don't know if I shared it with y'all, but I heard today and yesterday that Jerry Jones said, if nobody is talking about the Dallas Cowboys, he ain't doing his job.
Man, you spot on. You spot on, because I got that.
And just sometimes I kind of wonder in the big picture, I know he's probably saying it from I don't know if he's saying it from a standpoint of, anybody can talk about the Dallas Cowboys regardless because if you look at it, regardless if it's positive or negative, it's all about keeping Dallas Cowboys in the limelight. Heck, when we lost, that week we lost, they talked about Dallas more than the teams that actually was playing the following week. So it seems like that's the brand. That's the brand that he wants. So the way I feel about the NFL right now, I can't say that I'm not going to say that this was planned, but to me, everything makes money right about now. If it makes money, it makes sense for them. So
cash rules everything around me, right? Cream, get the money. I hear you, man. Word.
Oh, is that Jack Frost?
Jack Frost coming back.
Oh, Jack Frost, Main Street, baby. Oh, my bad.
Why you say Main Street?
Everybody getting these stars on the Walk of Fame, man. I'm telling you, we got to get Jack Frost. We got to get it out there, man.
Let's and the quote that Mike was talking about earlier. Mike was saying, what Jerry said, he said, I do want to keep him talking about the Cowboys and have from the day I got here. If we get him talking about us, then we're doing our job. And then he changed up now and did come out and say something different about he's recommitted. You saw that quote? He's recommitted to doing what needs to be done to get to a championship. Dak Prescott says, I suck tonight. Michael Parsons said, I'm more committed than ever. But I say in the words of Sunshine, was it Bailey? Well, we heard it all before. You heard it all before, man. Absolutely. We tired of it.
I can't understand how you can be more committed than actually playing in the playoffs for 3 years. 3 years. I mean, it would seem to me that when they got together, like Mike said, the team wasn't ready. But as we talk, and I know some of y'all probably know how I really feel right now.
Right.
I think I'm just more disappointed on the NFL in the whole from what I'm just seeing, because we come up here and I think we really feel that we do the X's and O's. Oh man,
right.
They just do this and we argue back with each other, but I done took a couple of steps back, man, and a lot of things to me just don't make no sense. Like I was saying earlier this year, I haven't seen one team that was dominant in and out all year long, which is kind of strange because you usually see a dominant team. The Ravens kind of played a little bit better than what we played. At least they scored a touchdown. But I mean, if you start looking at Lamar and some of the passes he did, Josh Allen and some of the passes right at the end of the game, it just don't make sense. A lot of people like, when you see like, okay, you got guys in the flats, or you can actually run the ball, but you don't. You try to force a second down and a third down, throwing in triple coverage. To me, that don't make sense. It just really, Dallas comes out here and we want to blame Mike. We want to blame, but it's like, come on. We make more excuses for them than they are. I mean, they getting a check. They just came out there, man, and laid an egg in front of everybody. They know what it's like. I do my job. Everybody out here do their job. We couldn't do what we see what's going on right now. And like I said, I don't think Dan Campbell is that dumb. I don't think Dallas just came out there and just decided, you know what, today we've been beating all these at home we've been playing lights out, and then you come out here and you don't play like you don't want to play. It's just like, I think it's a lot of times we seen it, but it's a lot of things. That's like, I really believe if they let them play, San Francisco should be able to beat KC. They want us to believe that the KC that we saw all year long, all of a sudden now got their act together, and boy, Mahomes. I've been looking at a lot of games this year with them, and I don't see where they were so great. Now I can tell you, I've seen a lot of bad calls. I've seen a lot of missed tackles, but I don't see a team. And then to turn around and to say, okay, you're looking at a game, but you see Taylor Swift more than you see anything. This young lady done stacked up $380 million or something like that. And I'm supposed to be crazy. I'm supposed to be crazy enough to believe that when we look at the Super Bowl, we're looking at X's and O's instead of saying, you know what? I just believe, and I may be wrong, that KC they're gonna win this game, regardless of who's the best team out there. They're gonna win it. I mean, like I said, we've been seeing it for years. Super Bowl. Cam Newton reaching out for the football, all of a sudden he don't grab it. We've been seeing it, but I think more and more right now, as far as the football that we grew up on, the X's and O's, and watching these guys play, it ain't like that no more. It ain't. Now this could be me, but it's not like that no more. It's not. Could be me.
Now, along with where you're going with that, the same thing happened with Seattle and them not giving the ball to Marshawn
Lynch.
When
Atlanta,
when Peyton
by 26,
when Peyton was in Denver, you all but gift wrapped that game to him. So now we've seen some questionable actions in the Super Bowl in a number of games over the last 10 years. So now you're on the right track there, and the only thing that so-called changed with Kansas City was all of a sudden the players stopped showing up with butter on their fingers, and all of a sudden they started catching the ball.
Right.
They led the league in drops this year.
Right.
Do you remember? So they deactivate Kadarius Toney, but let me tell you, he wasn't the only one dropping balls. You remember that game against Philly? Oh my goodness, they dropped so much, man. They couldn't catch a cold. And when I saw them play the other night, they looked like gangbusters. They looked like that Super Bowl KC, and I said, where did this KC come from? And man, those guys across from him look so docile. the Ravens look so docile, man, and
Well,
I
I think that.
they were hitting though.
Well, I think that the Ravens went away from what they do. They didn't run the ball,
Well,
you know,
And
and
like
they
Mike is
outsmart
saying,
themselves.
but
why did they
Tyrone,
go away
the
from what they do?
indication becomes this: is the NFL the new WWF?
Right.
Is it, okay.
Right.
I see where you're coming from.
Okay.
You know, I mean,
There's no reason. There's no reason. And we can go back to when Atlanta was playing New England.
New England.
There's no reason for you to change anything up unless you have to adjust. Like the opposite of what happened with Green Bay and us. All right, man, they got the middle of the field open. Okay, you know what? You sitting all the way up there. I'm supposed to believe that Dan Quinn, a defensive genius, is that slow to say, okay, number one, I'm gonna try a whole different scheme. Then I'm gonna stick to my guns because y'all gonna get this right, or we're gonna be like the Titanic and sink. I just don't believe that, man.
Well, here's what I don't believe with the Dallas Green Bay game. For McCarthy to come out and say we weren't prepared.
Exactly.
How are you not prepared for the team that fired you?
Right.
Okay. Point blank.
Right.
I mean, if no other game that you get up for, you wanna punish the team that let you go to show them that you still had something in the tank.
I agree.
yeah.
I agree. I
Okay.
agree.
There's no, and because you used to coach that team, the fundamentals of how they function and whatnot, you know it. So there's no reason whatsoever for you to come out and not be prepared to punch them in the mouth.
Them guys thought it was gonna be a cakewalk, man.
No, they didn't.
I guarantee you, they thought that game was gonna be a cakewalk.
And Ty,
They
the thing
thought that
is-
game was gonna be a cakewalk.
the thing is, like I said, if we go in the mindset of each one of us got a job that we got to do, just like me right now, driving last week in all that snow. All right. I just can't say, well, Mike, you know what? You don't need to be prepared going through it. There's
Yeah.
certain things I got to do to get myself prepared to go through it.
Exactly.
He's prepared now. He is.
Every game that you play and you get paid for, we only say what we hear. Oh man, them guys wasn't prepared. What do you mean you wasn't prepared? You got to play a team. You got to play the team. You got a whole week. Oh, we took them for granted. We say what we hear. I don't believe that.
That's your job.
I don't believe that a team just say, you know what, today we're just gonna lounge back because we know we can beat them.
That's your job, you know.
That's your job. Exactly.
That's your job. And everybody else we've seen play, these games have been matched equally. We got blown off the field.
Okay, yeah. I could have seen if the offense played bad, or and the defense played good, or the defense played bad and the offense played good. But ain't nobody came to play that day.
Absolutely.
Y'all remember the game? They brought it up today when I was listening to it. Y'all remember that game that the Saints got robbed a couple of years when Breeze was playing?
Yeah.
And we all, like I said, we all see it. We all see. Like, I think everybody that's on this show, that came on this show, can look at a game and can say, and some played football and say, you know what? That doesn't just don't make no sense.
Like we played somebody and they asked the ref 3 times, were they good? And the ref said, yeah.
Ref said,
gave him a thumbs up that he was good. And soon as they snapped the ball, he threw a flag and called the guy offside.
Exactly. I remember a couple of years ago, I think we was playing KC. Never seen this call in my life. They punt the ball to us, and something happened where the call actually went for Dallas. And they reviewed the play and said they missed the call on Dallas. So the call that they called on KC, they didn't give them that call, but they actually penalized us for something that they missed. I never seen that in my life.
Well, that's
Never.
like, okay, take the game with Detroit and San Francisco. The unsportsmanlike conduct when oh boy blew up the line.
Coming.
Or was that the Kansas City game?
That Kansas City game.
That was a Kansas City game. I'm like,
No.
what happened to just being offsides on defense, but instead you go get a 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. And I mean, now, granted, in that case, Baltimore just started committing some stupid fouls, but you get, and then some of these holding calls in the end zone, or these holding calls going down the field right in front of the referee, but it's a no call.
Right.
The ones I hate is the guy is way on the other side of the field, but the play's over here.
I can't.
Away from everything, but you're gonna call a flag over here on this guy.
But you're gonna overrule
Now that
the
don't
guy
make
that's
no
next
sense
to him.
right there.
Yep, you're gonna overrule the ref that's closest to him. How?
And then as we looking at, the film and everything coming up now, you got certain referee groups that basically have, and they tell you their record is they're going to call, if they come in, if this crew's coming, oh yeah, the home team is going to lose. It's such and such and such, and we like, yeah, whatever. And then we look at the game and be like, wow, okay,
Well,
unless this was a coincidence, it's happening.
Well,
You know,
we talked about that about the Kansas City Baltimore game, that with the referee group that was coming, that
right?
It called 35% more calls against the home team than they
Exactly.
did. So, and what happened? You got in that game, and whoop, there it is.
Allison Taylor hit earlier, Mike. He said, "What's good, peeps?" Guys,
what's going on, Ali? Yeah, I see what you put down.
And Allison said, "I see you got Bam Mad Brother on the screen." That was that other picture with the mad guy, and not to cut it, Hadri Porcher, my homeboy. HP says the NFL is rigged. Been telling y'all that for years, and he has said that. And I think what it is, and agreeing with what y'all guys are definitely saying, is that we always, football is like the last thing we got. And it's funny because, man, y'all guys hitting all the points that I was thinking about. I left this picture out. I said I'll put it in next week. But since y'all talked about it, like wrestling, I had to go pull that picture. There's just been some crazy things this year. And I'm going to tell you, not to be a hater, not to diminish the KC fans or the San Francisco fans, but just to be realistic, because when I step back and my team's not in, I can take a real panoramic view. I can't see it if my team wasn't. If it was Dallas going right now, I don't want to hear nothing. Nobody got to say, hey, we're going to the Super Bowl. I couldn't wait to get the Super Bowl. But the thing was, and like Mike said, when you start looking at revenue, $331.5 million that the Kelsey and Taylor Swift relationship made.
But I'm like this.
And then not only that, one moment, Bob, excuse me. And then not only that, all that revenue coming in from just their relationship, and what it does, it like Mike was saying, me and Mike was talking too. Mike said, and Mike, because we started thinking outside the box. Mike said, well, Usher's coming. Usher said he gonna have some guests and some friends. NFL has been playing it down, saying, well, Taylor doesn't have any concerts anywhere that day. But you know what? What if she did come out there and was one of Usher's friends? But then the thing is also is that one thing about it is everybody that likes Taylor Swift, that couldn't stand football, didn't care about football, is watching football because Taylor Swift is on it.
Well, not only they watching it because she's on. You ain't got to worry about her at the halftime because Jay-Z.
She got a concert in Tokyo.
No, Jay-Z is not fixing to have to answer to Beyonce for her being down there on that field at halftime.
But she got a concert overseas, but they talking about right after the concert, She supposed to be flying right back. But I think she's supposed to be in Tokyo or someplace.
They were saying she don't have no concerts that day.
Now
Yeah.
Tampa.
That's what
Nah,
I saw. It said
she
that
gonna
she don't
be
have any concerts nowhere.
nah, she gonna be like in Japan or somewhere, man.
Yeah.
Oh, she's not going to be at the game.
No, they
What?
talk about flying her back right after right after the concert.
Yeah.
They say she probably get there like in the second quarter.
HP said that's why KC going to win.
But HP, yeah, I agree with you because of the fact that it's a money thing.
Yeah.
Right.
But how much money y'all think the NFL would make if Dallas was to go to a Super Bowl?
But see, you got to think about something, Bubba. Who on Dallas? Dak Prescott girlfriend? Do you know her? Is she a singer? Nope. CeeDee Lamb girlfriend? Is she a singer? Nope.
Well,
Are they generating that kind of money outside the box just to sit up there in the box? $331.5 million? No.
but here's the other part to that. Another reason why as long as Jerry's in control of Dallas, Dallas is not going. Think about it. Dallas does not play well with the rest of the NFL owners. They're the only team, I won't say the only, just about the only team that hasn't played overseas because Jerry said, we're not going to Europe. Okay. So there's a lot of hidden things behind the scenes that the other 31 owners don't care for that Dallas is doing. And they're not going to get, their straw is not going to get pulled to go to the prom.
Well, Jerry wants control because Jerry helped build this NFL you see now with the merchandising and everything.
Oh, he's turned it into the billion-dollar industry that it is.
Jerry helped build that. He helped build that, and everybody started following suit. Jerry went and built that elaborate stadium. Even helped work with the Raiders, and everybody's getting those elaborate stadiums now. Tamara was telling us a couple weeks ago, bottle of water costs $30.
I'm gonna look back through my phone and see if I can find the price list for the suites.
Alice said she's gonna be in Tokyo. HP says she's supposed to be back like 10 a.m. that morning. Taylor Swift, that is. And Allison Taylor says, wasn't Kelsey ex-girlfriend well known? She didn't get that coverage. Well, Kelsey ex-girlfriend, once again, wasn't Taylor Swift. And so
she didn't too well known. Who was she?
Yeah, I don't know her. I mean, I saw a picture of her.
No.
She's fine, but I don't know her.
I don't know her, but I used to see her ass a lot on social media. Tons.
But when you start talking about power couple, that's like you start talking about power couples. I mean, that's a power couple for them because that's like Mike, a truck driver. That's like Mike sitting home and he got four trucks on the road and he's making money 4 times over, hand over fist, and all he's doing is chilling. But he's making money, and so that's what the NFL is doing. The NFL said, "Hey, we got a product that's making all this money, and Taylor Swift going with this guy is making money, revenue out the yin yang. People starting to buy it drive merchandising up, and some even coming to the game.
Yeah,
not just looking at the game, coming to the game, starting to buy Kansas City stuff because of Taylor Swift."
Then I'm gonna be honest with you. Everybody's sitting here. I mean, not everybody, not in a bad way, saying, "Oh yeah, she gonna be in Tokyo, and yeah, she gonna do." Man, I don't believe none of that. As me and Cornell was talking, we have to understand that they have analysts that the NFL, NBA, or whatever, and they sit down and they analyze things. They get these games together. They know what's the big money ticket. We sit here and just thinking, oh yeah, they must be just go ahead and throw it up in the air, whatever lands down or whatever. These people are scientific on what they do. For me to sit here and to hear, oh yeah, she ain't gonna be there. I don't believe none of that. When I see it is when I see it. Because if they can get us up, because if you've been following a lot of what have been said, with the logo and all of that stuff. The only thing that changed was the Ravens was not in it. And I heard someone said, and I thought about it. They said, good and well that the NFL would probably not have the Ravens nor Detroit in it. And his excuse made me like, and when he said it, I said, wow, I never thought about that. The two most urban teams that's out here, Detroit and Baltimore.
D-Moore in Detroit.
He said, you know good and well they ain't trying to do none of that.
Mike, I would agree with you. Baltimore ain't never been to a Super Bowl. I would agree with you. But, I mean, I'm not telling you it ain't nothing rigged. But yeah. I just, it is what it is. Yeah. And it's about money. And, you got to realize if we just keep the same fans, if the NFL just keep the same fans that's been there for 20, if they don't regenerate new fans, they're not going to make more money. So they got to get these younger folks out here. And that's what Taylor Swift brings. She's damn young folks.
She sure is. She's bringing them.
It is what it is. And she bringing folks that's going to buy merchandise.
Yes, sir.
I'm not paying no damn $200 for no jersey. Hell no.
Absolutely not.
Please don't bet on the game, Ty. I'm just telling you, don't bet on it.
Don't bet, Ty.
Don't bet.
My bets are already in.
Allison said she just came in and took the shine from Kelsey's mom. And Ty, let me tell you, this will be 1 year where I ain't going to be dragging you about your loss, but I'm going to be watching with a calibrated eye as the rest of America go watch. I don't want to hear no Detroit is up doggone the whole game, and then all of a sudden just decides to go ahead and let their guard down and come back in. Great dramatic American finish to a football game. And I'm like, bruh. And I'm like, that can't be the same Detroit that had us locked down. We couldn't move. We couldn't even sneeze. And our wide receiving core couldn't even do nothing. And I said, bruh, come on, man. I said, come on, man. And that's like me saying, that's like me out there on the bank fishing and I'm using one lure and I'm catching everything. Then all of a sudden I tell Mike, well, man, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and drop a dry hook in there. I'm so good, man. I know the fish will even bite my dry hook. And they ain't bite the dry hook, but I just keep the dry hook out there. I keep it in the water. I don't catch no more fish that day, but, I change it dramatically like that. And that's what's crazy to me, man. That's what's crazy. But one thing I will give Lamar, people was bashing him, dogging him. He had a good season. D'Amico Ryans right there says that's why he's the MVP. And Lamar came out and he ain't said nothing negative about nobody. He said, I'm proud of all my brothers. We were the 8-9 Ravens, but fell a game short to the former champs. Hats off to them. That might be an old quote, isn't it?
Well, I mean, honestly, what was he supposed to say? What we saying?
Well, I mean, you figure.
Oh no, I'm not coming at you with that, but I'm just saying. Me and you talked about it, and I'm not coming at you with that. We talked about. I know what you're saying. Yeah, we talked about some NFL players basically coming out and telling us about their experience, right? So, but they don't play no more. So I just, and so they got that freedom. And one of the guys is our guy, Dez. I mean, he's very explicit on what was going on and how Jerry, because he had contracts and his contract was coming up and they didn't want to throw him the ball and all this other stuff. So I get it. If you're going to play and you got to stay, you're going to say the right, you want to, kind of say the right thing.
And we saw that.
And at the end of the day, he got his money. I mean,
and we saw that. We saw how they used the tight end over Dez. They stopped throwing the Dez altogether. They did. And once you leave Dallas, you left, Bubba. That's why I was so surprised when they brought back the offensive lineman. You know, I was surprised about that. But when you leave Dallas, that's a done deal. Allison Taylor says the coach for the Lions got the Donkey of the Day award, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He got the Donkey of the Year. He got the Donkey of the Day.
Yeah, that's that. You know, that's that thing. And you know, Tyrone, this is my one thing I did get to put up the bloody 49er helmet from that night. They had jam y'all up, but you know, y'all in the Super Bowl, so I got to shut up. CJ Stroud's exchange. He says, "Go win it all, bruh." And then Lamar says, "It's just the beginning for you. You're gonna be there. They're waiting on you." And so CJ Stroud been playing. He played big this year. He has. And I'm gonna just let you guys know, a study found that it's more stressful to be a waiter than a neurosurgeon.
Man, look, I can go to bed on this one, man.
But I said that to say how surgical Kansas City was, man. How surgical Mahomes was to Kelsey. Kelsey looked bigger and stronger than everybody else on the field, man.
Well, like I said earlier, the Mahomes Kelsey is a flat out reminder of the Brady Gronk tandem, because how he gets so wide open in the middle of the field is beyond all of us. Because you know the ball coming to him when they get inside the 20, and you know it's coming that way when it's third and long or any rest of that. That's the first person he's looking for. And but it is what it is, and I would tell you, for those of you that do place your bets for this game, play the squares, don't play the squares. Don't do it the other way.
I agree.
Sean Carter said, "Must be a slow night in Macbeth tonight for news." When you talking about Keyshawn, all the good stuff I'm saying, man, Kenny Rogers said you got to know when to hold him, you got to know when to fold him, you got to know when to walk away, and you got to know when to run. That's from his movie, The Gambler. And now going to the Lions at the 49ers, and here was the big gambler. 1-800-GAMBLER. There's problem for gambling help. Did we really want the gambler to go to Las Vegas? Did we really want him there?
Now, I heard today, they said the reason why he was doing that all year long, because he really didn't trust their field goal kicker.
Wow.
That's what I heard today.
And I don't think he trusts that defense.
Why not? The defense was,
the defense was on point in the first half. If he would, I would have kicked field goal.
I don't know the percentage.
They would have took all that momentum back from San Francisco.
That offense. They're receivers
and run the ball.
And those two running backs.
They ran the ball 11 times in the second half.
Craziness. You got Penny Sewell on the line, and you're not running that ball. That's craziness to me.
Yeah, because it's just mind-boggling how you can be playing one way, and then you go in at halftime, and then you come back out like you ain't never played before. You just go away from everything.
Bubba, you say that's
yes,
mind-boggling, but like I said, bro, they get paid. That's their job. You beating somebody down. Let them do something that make you change. But no, you change it for them. And what do? You give them more time on the clock by not running the ball. You passing the ball.
Craziness.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
we can sit home and we not getting paid. This will get me. We can sit there and analyze every play, know what they doing wrong, but you making millions and you right there on the sideline and you don't see it.
Brother,
But
they
that's
see
why I
it.
told Ty the other night when we was talking. I congratulated. I said,
Yeah.
"You're not gonna make me. You're not gonna make me think that they're that stupid.
They're not that stupid. They
They're
can't be.
not that
Hey,
stupid."
They can't
they
be.
they sure proved it.
No,
Yeah.
Bubba. Bubba, no.
Yes, they did.
They can't be that stupid, Bubba. Bubba, listen. Bubba, I mean, you,
Hey,
If he,
Dan
you built,
Quinn,
huh?
they show it.
yeah, if he never
Dan
did
Quinn
it,
was
if
when
he
he was
never
the head
did it,
coach of Atlanta. Pete Carroll showed it
yeah,
in
Do
the
you
Super
think?
Bowl.
Do you think that Pete Carroll and Dan Quinn are that stupid?
Shanahan showed
Honestly,
it in the Super Bowl.
do you think that Shanahan is really that stupid?
And guess what?
Shit,
When Shanahan did it, when all of them did it, they didn't have to do it. That's the thing that we're saying.
Yeah,
But you got to
They
remember
did.
something.
They did not have to do it.
and that's
Shanahan
what I'm
didn't
talking
only,
about.
Shanahan didn't only do it there. Shanahan
Look,
did the same thing in
me,
Atlanta.
me
When
and
That's
they
what
played New
Cornell,
England.
me and Cornell and Junior was looking at that game. San Francisco was killing them because they was running the ball.
Running the ball.
They stopped.
Running the ball.
They stopped. Nobody told them to stop. They was killing them. So you mean to tell me, out of my 4 eyes, with my counting these spectacles that I have, that you want to change? That's like me going down the road, and man, I'm going to Ohio, and I've been going to Ohio for a long time. And Ohio coming through West Virginia on 77 got nothing but mountains. That's like me saying, you know what? I think I'm gonna take this exit with all these damn mountains, and I'm gonna go ahead and for no reason.
For no reason.
For no
You
reason,
escaped
I'm gonna just go
everything
ahead and
for no
take it
reason.
and do something totally opposite that with a tractor trailer roads I ain't supposed to be on,
Yeah.
Whatever,
Yeah.
sundown towns and all this
Yeah.
stuff. Heck with that. I'm gonna just go ahead
Yeah.
and take it.
I'm just gonna
You
go ahead
can't
and take
believe,
it.
you can't make me believe that everybody can do their job except them.
No, man.
Listen.
Them boys ain't that stupid.
Oh,
Al-
They
shit.
ain't that stupid, man.
Allison said that Dan Campbell will be broke in 30 minutes in Vegas. Kasan said Live 5 Macbeth News reports live on location. Kasan said that's when some of these quarterbacks got to run some QB. And then Kasan says these quarterbacks got to check down these calls on coming in audible and be different than what the coaches call it. But Kasan, even to say the quarterback got to check down and run an audible, the thing is just this. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. Last time we beat Philadelphia, we beat them in the desert in Arizona. We had no answer for Bam Morris. Pittsburgh. When Pittsburgh was running the ball, Bam Morris was running the ball down Dallas' throat, and Pittsburgh stopped. Neil O'Donnell throws 2 interceptions. Dallas beats them. That was the Barry Switzer Dallas Cowboys he inherited from Jimmy Johnson. Now
Look at Atlanta. Look at Atlanta and New England. Atlanta was beating the brakes off New England. When in halftime, they stopped running the ball. They started throwing. You run the ball 4 times. Each possession, you're gonna run out the game.
And
Then they couldn't.
Who was the offensive coordinator?
Goddamn Shanahan.
Shanahan was the offensive
Shanahan
coordinator.
thinks he's smarter than a lot of people.
Offensive coordinator.
That joker think he's real smart, man.
Do you think you think it's arrogance, or do you think that it's arranged?
To me, it's
you
like
think that's arrogance, or it's arranged?
I think so. I think some of it's arrogance.
I don't think it's arrogance, man. I don't think you can be that stupid.
It's like they try to make their quarterback
exactly that
to be. They want their quarterback to win the MVP.
Yeah, exactly.
because they go away from running and they just strictly throw the ball. For what? You don't have to throw the ball.
So Pat, so when you talk about that, how about Marshawn Lynch? And
That's what I'm talking about.
No, my man was a running quarterback. It was not even designed for him to run. It was not even designed for the quarterback to run. It was designed. The call was pass, and he passed right into the heart of the New England defense. When you look on the sideline,
but the situation with Marshawn Lynch
was to run the ball. They changed it.
The reason why
I listened to him.
And who changed it?
He was on Club Shay Shay.
Who changed it? Who changed it?
He said Rush changed it.
Huh?
They say Rush changed it at the line.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. It wasn't Rush.
That
was on the coach. And that was done because they didn't want to pay Marshawn that contract.
And they didn't want him to get MVP.
That wasn't
it wasn't MVP. It was a contract. It had to do with his contract. And they did not want him to get that money.
Because they ain't stopped this man all night.
They threw the game so that he wouldn't get his money.
Because he said out his own mouth that he thought the ball was coming to him. And
it was supposed to.
It was supposed to go
he went out on the flat and when he looked around, he said he didn't know what was going on. He said he seen New England Patriots players jumping up and down. He said when he went to the sideline, he went straight to Pete Carroll and he laughed in his face.
I remember he said that. I heard when he said that. Yeah, I heard when he said that. But yeah, Pete Carroll them changed the call. And bro, let me tell you something. It further built the dynasty of the New England Patriots.
Oh yeah.
It further built. Do you know how much people lost money on the Ravens?
Yeah, you know how many
last weekend?
You know how many people look like the gambler do in that picture last weekend?
Yes, sir. or the same ones from Dallas against Green Bay?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know how much people would lose
money?
That's
all the money was lost at.
You know what people would lose money if the 49ers lose to KC?
No, they wouldn't. But if the 49ers upset KC, it would be a lot of money lost.
I said if the 49ers lose to KC, they would lose money because the 49ers people will put money on the 49ers.
If KC
they ain't.
If KC lost to San Francisco, there would be a lot of money lost in Vegas.
Answer this
that's
question
that's what I was saying.
If San Francisco go down 17 points at halftime to Kansas City, do you think they coming back and winning that game?
No.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Why would
don't know?
Hey,
you don't
how
know.
many points? How many points was Atlanta actually up on the Patriots?
25.
Dumb coaching.
Okay, then so don't say that it can't happen.
Hey, oh boy,
it ain't coaching.
He played one way. He ain't gonna stop running the ball.
It's not coaching.
Andy Reid ain't gonna stop running the ball.
It's not coaching.
It's not coaching, Bubba.
If you want,
I mean, I get it. You may not get this until maybe 5 years down the road, eating a chicken sandwich, a chicken skin sandwich. I get it.
I hear what you're saying,
but because I get it. You're in the game. You're analyzing, and that's why I said when I first started talking, you're analyzing from a player that used to play with the X's and O's, right?
Exactly.
You're not looking at it. You're not looking at it, and when you say, "Man, that team is so dominant," man, they're such and such and such, but then you got to ask yourself, why would you want to change something that you don't need to change?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Do you think Andy Reid would change up the way he playing?
It ain't all about Andy Reid.
I don't listen. I right now I don't know which Kansas City I'm looking at because the Kansas City
might get in there.
The Kansas City I've been looking at. The Kansas City I've been looking at all year has been horrible. The one I saw on Saturday was like I couldn't even believe it.
Well, when you look at it, they ain't played that. Baltimore offense didn't play worth a crap.
No.
the Kansas City, the second half, Kansas City was shut down.
But Baltimore defense it has been a bully defense. They
Yeah.
came down to the 49ers, and them boys was hitting.
Yeah.
And I mean, they were like the way they looked against the 49ers, they looked like the best team in the NFL.
Yeah.
But guess what though?
49ers the way
San Francisco was bullying people.
Not
And
like
they got
that.
bullied.
But not like that. When you
Baltimore,
bully the
yes,
bully,
they did. When they played
No.
Baltimore,
but see, Bubba, they bullied the bully. They came down to the bully. People were looking for an evenly matched game against the 49ers.
Well, part of that was dumbass Shanahan. He wanted to come out trying to pass the ball instead of running the ball. So he made it easy for him. Shit.
yep.
He
Because they
run
ain't run the ball about what?
So why would he get away from this
About
running
11
game?
times the whole game?
Why
You know
would he
why
get
I
away
think
from
time.
You know
his
why I
running
think he was
game
trying to
as-
he was trying to build Purdy up for this damn MVP. If
Allison
Purdy
Smith?
went in there and had a big game against Baltimore, he walks away with the MVP.
K-San said butts meat sandwich. I don't even know what he's talking about. Oh, hey, I just tell you, me and Mike been talking about it, and like, because I'm diehard Dallas Cowboy fan. Allison says KC has been acting like bullies before the game started, throwing dude helmet and other stuff. Yeah, they sure did. Come in there, pump the man out,
But
kick the
he's
man
supposed
helmet.
to. But when they come out, he's supposed to take his ass to the other side of the field.
Yeah, but you on your field. I could care less.
I don't care. But
I'm
you
in
say
my
that
house.
now. But say them guys running routes and stuff, and they step in his damn helmet and break their damn ankle.
Well, if you step on somebody's helmet and you break your ankle, you must have been drinking Hennessy. If you can't see that big helmet sitting on the field.
Nah, bull crap, Parnell. I mean that ain't cool, man. You know, as a player, he take his ass to the other end.
Sound like you talking.
You know.
You sound like you talking as a player before. Ty, I can hear that.
Now, Ty,
aggression
if
in
you
your
step
voice.
out there and you break your ankle, then your name must be RG3. But
If this guy got his helmet sitting out there where you running routes at, I mean, shit can happen. That's why Kelsey threw the helmet out the way.
Allison said that's
they threw
beside
the
the
helmet, they
point,
threw the
49er.
kicking tee, they threw all the gear out of the way.
Out of the way.
And back in the day that would have
But
started a
cheese
fight
get
on the
called
field.
State Farm. Hey, well, let me ask you this question. You think that was Roquan Smith? He would throw Roquan Smith stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't.
I think so.
No,
Like
he
I
wouldn't.
said, back in the day,
But
that would have started a fight on the field.
But it's common courtesy when the kickers do kick on the other side of the field, but once the other team comes out, they leave from over there. Tucker was over there trying to be an asshole, and they showed him. Okay.
Said Mahomes can call State Farm. Call State Farm. Yeah. The word Texas in Norway, people use the word Texas as slang for crazy. It doesn't refer to a person, but rather a chaotic atmosphere. So saying a party was totally crazy would be, you'd say they're Texas in so many words. And so I said that to say this. We've been here already because Mike talked about these. When I saw these and I read these, I sucked tonight. I'm more committed than ever. As long as we keep our name in their mouth, that we're doing our job. And for them, I say Texas because that's where they at. From Norway, I say they Texas. Absolutely, they crazy. Absolutely crazy if they think we're going to buy into that again. And that's why me and Mike are talking like this today, because we stopped and we pulled back and had a talk. Mike said, them people came down to that Dallas game. Them people came from all around the United States, put their money out, buy merchandise and everything. And they put that product on the field. And let me tell you something. Boy, if you think for a moment that was a true representation of those two football teams meeting, there's no way, man.
No.
There's no way, man.
No,
There's no way, man.
There should have been a Brinks truck backed up outside the gate when the game was over with somebody from Dallas handing people money back to him.
Boy,
Okay, so
they didn't.
You're right. Because I felt sorry for them. I'm like, golly, man. People that came all over the third quarter, they was walking out. 3 years in a row. This is what y'all do. And no, it was pitiful, man. At least make it a good game. Then you're gonna wait until 4 minutes and left in the game. Now you trying to do something? Are you serious?
Now you want to speed up. That's the one thing Dallas does not do all season, all game. You don't have a hurry up until garbage time in a football game.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you know how to run a hurry up. And it's like, that's like two little known facts I'm about to give you, see, to add to your history lesson.
All right.
One, snakes don't have eyelids.
That's right. They can't blink. They don't blink, boy. That's right. If that water boxer look at you, hey, shoot him. Shoot him, Liz. Shoot him, Liz. You better shoot him, Liz.
Shoot him.
Shoot him, because she ain't gonna blink. He's not blinking.
And the other one, a bat is not a bird. He's the only mammal that can fly.
I tell you what, between you and Cornell, I feel like I can conquer the world now.
Allison said instead of saying Texas, they're crazy, and Norway, they should just say Jerry. And then Allison said Tom and Jerry, he played cat and mouse all season as far as leadership. That's a good point, Allison. Kason said third quarter, folks was leaving at halftime to beat traffic. I ain't gonna lie. The stands was looking empty. And I know one thing, mine would have been empty too. There was still a couple people out there calling them players' names. And and man, they just didn't even look like they were hurt to lose. They looked like they was expected to lose.
Everybody, they showed everybody like after the game, they was actually like had their head down or whatever. Dak almost was sprinting to the locker room.
Run
I don't know what he was running. Maybe he knew he had a payday coming or whatever, but it didn't look like it fazed him at all. It is what it is. Let me go ahead and run, get my girlfriend, and we can buy some more Louis Vuitton.
Only person that looked like they were about to die, and that's the only enjoyment I got is when Jerry took that paper and slammed it down. Man, I was crying. I was laughing so much, and when he just turned his seat around, I said, "Boy, he's cussing up there now." I said, "He's surely gonna fire some people." That
when
can't
they,
get fired.
when they interviewed him right after the game, I thought he was gonna have a stroke.
Shit, he probably did.
And Allison said that man made $600 million from home games alone. It's all about the money and not letting staff do the work. Right? Hey, that's all about the Benjamins, baby. All about the Benjamins. And Allison
only thing he had to do is make 3 changes: 1 on offense, 2 on defense.
And Bubba, they know that.
They would have solved his problems.
Bubba, they mean not to solve the problem.
Well, okay. I'm gonna give you a problem that Dallas has had pretty much since Jerry took over, but they'll go get one solid defensive end and wait 5 years before getting another one to help him. You got one solid offensive lineman like Tyron Smith, and you'll wait 5 years to go get another one that can back him up if he gets hurt. And it's time for him to go. Now, you look at your center now. Who's the backup if he go out?
He's a free agent.
Wait 3 or 4 years to recruit any depth on the line while you steady picking up receivers. Why do we need more receivers? You're not using the ones you got.
Yeah, them.
Okay. Go get me Derrick Henry and show me that you were serious about trying to do something with that offense, with that offense in the offseason.
That's the only thing he needed was a big back.
Yeah. Okay.
And then go get you 2 big defensive linemen and let Haskins go because he
Yeah,
ain't showed me nothing the whole year.
and give me two or three. Let's bring back that 300-pound offensive line so that you can open up a hole and run the ball. Why do we not use the fullback as a lead anymore?
Well, because it's probably not in the script.
Okay, we don't use a lead. If Tony Pollard had a lead, if we had a Moose Johnson or a Jay Novacek, he'd be able to move the ball a little bit better.
I just think that
Yeah, we need somebody for the goal line and to pick up them 1 and 2 yards when we need it on third down. Because Tony Pollard, he ain't that guy.
Well, and then you don't design plays for him to go around the end. You try to force him up the middle. Okay. When you know he is a better back, a scat back at going around the end. But you don't do it.
And Allison said all that money given to how you say his name, Biadez, however you spell it, and he didn't do nothing either. And I got this up really quickly. Let Bubba back in. What would it take for you to wear your rival's shirt? I got to be close to hypothermia to put on a San Francisco 49ers jersey.
And that ain't gonna happen.
I mean, the lips got to be kind of close to blue, and I'm black.
Hey, Cornell. Since you said something about your shirt, I would like to recognize Ty's shirt. It is. I like that, Ty.
It is. He need to have a pipe in his mouth. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
That's right.
Your shirt looks real relaxing.
It does. It's very relaxing.
All right. That was the commercial.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike. And I just want to, and for my fat boy moment, I got the catfish stew there on the thing on the jumbotron. I just want to go ahead and recognize Miss Barbara Williams from Long Ridge, South Carolina, for that catfish stew she gave me the other day. Boy, that was a crowning catfish stew. Well, let me tell you, that catfish stew was off the chain. And she's a Dallas Cowboy fan. So I appreciate that.
Hey, did she keep the head in it too? Like this one?
No, that's just for effect, Mike.
Oh, my bad. I thought that's the way you ate it. My bad.
So you're old days. Well, you must think I'm a polar bear. You know,
That joke, I know he eat fish head. I don't know why he trying to.
Oh, you know fish head, boy. You know with no fish eye in it. Don't
man.
do that. I'm very particular. You know fish head now. Allison Taylor said for her to wear the Allison for her to wear the jersey, hell would have to freeze over. And then Allison says she don't eat that either. She don't eat no fish head either. You don't eat catfish stew, Allison? Man, that's some good eating, y'all. Man, you ate some catfish stew. That catfish stew is pumping. Yeah. In ancient Greece, a man throwing an apple at a woman was considered a marriage proposal. And if she catch the apple, that meant that she accepted. So
how about if you throw a hatchet? Would that be considered as attempted murder, or I'm just asking.
They'll probably take him to the gallows if you throw a hatchet. Well, if the hatchet miss, but if you hit her with the hatchet, then yeah, he probably go put something on his books.
That sounds like signs of a divorce.
Throw an apple at. I mean, how do you think the women will react now if we throw an apple at them? I mean, I guess you wouldn't throw it like a 90 mile per hour fastball. I guess you probably kind of like just toss it to them. But
they didn't say toss. They say throw.
Why wouldn't you throw it like that?
I mean, because she got to catch it. Unless you give her a catcher's bit.
The way they said it on the script is it looked like they were playing dodgeball.
Cornell.
Allison, there'd be a lot of rotten apples on the ground. What, Mike?
You see how he got his fingers around that apple? That's almost like he's getting ready to throw a fast slider.
Hey, K-Star Carter said other news in Macbeth and the Low Country of Live 5 News Fish Stew. Allison's laughing about it. I should have thrown a brick. Allison, why you want to throw a brick, Allison?
God damn.
Don't throw a brick at nobody, Allison. Dang, you better.
Unless you're trying to build a house.
I lied. You said let's see a brick mason, huh?
Yes, sir.
I'd be loving first sight. Well, Mike, then I guess that's what they would do if the guy's a brick mason. You throw a brick at him. And I hope you don't throw the brick fast. I hope you just toss the brick. And so Jim Harbaugh is the Chargers' new coach, as we know. And I didn't make the connect. I forgot about Ed McCafferty, but that's Christian's dad. I forgot about Ed McCafferty. Used to play football. And Mike Shanahan, they won Super Bowls together. And then here's but I mean, I forgot about McCaffrey. He don't play no more, so I didn't think about it. Right. You know, I didn't think about him. You know. And then I saw this today, and then I said, yeah, and you know, Ed McCaffrey used to be tough too.
You know what I heard today too? That it just almost made me run off the road.
What?
I forgot the team that hired him, and I'm trying to figure out why. Someone hired the offensive coordinator for the Carolina Panthers to be the quarterback. And I'm like, why? Like, why? I mean, unless they saw something on that on their record that I didn't see.
You know, with your script that's up there, you know why that's the way it is, right? Because I've had this conversation with some people.
Because she's got all those people attached to her. No?
Swift's music is running around here talking about relationships and everyday things. Beyonce has them picked up and went behind. I'll put it this way. You can't play her music on every station anymore because of the language and whatnot. And some of the songs right now, I'm wondering what they were smoking or drinking when they came up with them. But okay, but she's went away from the artist and I love B because she's from Texas, she's from H-Town and all of that. But bring the music back to your roots. Stop, you ain't Carly B and the rest of them. Stop going down that road and bring your music back where that you can have a very, very broad audience and you can play your music on any set, on any scene. But right now, most of the music is being played on the underground and whatnot because of the content of it. Whereas Taylor Swift ain't a cuss word in it, and it's being played in every country and everywhere.
Can you name 2 Taylor Swift songs?
I don't listen to Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Because I'm a part of the Beehive.
Can you name? Okay, you're part of the Beehive. So then I say this. To me, I mean, you can't even compare the body of work between the two.
No,
because they're not calling Taylor Swift to the White House. Now, no. Taylor Swift, how much movies has she starred in?
She hasn't done any movies. I think one.
And how much? And so my thing is just this. I think that to me, with this age especially, they're always trying to say somebody is the GOAT. They try to give people the GOAT before they even really have a career. Just like with Michael Parsons. And I like Parsons. I think he's an extraordinary football player, but they tried to compare him to Lawrence Taylor.
He ain't no Lawrence Taylor.
But the thing is, Lawrence Taylor had Harry Carson and the other dude that played with him. So no, he's not. He's not, and we don't have that kind of personnel either.
Right now, Michael Parsons is good for 10 games, and after the first 10 games, he started fading away.
No, man, Michael Parsons is a great football player. They don't know how to use him.
I ain't saying
But the
he
reason-
Yeah,
ain't
he is
good.
a great football
But the
player.
reason
But
why
if you
he's
look at his sack totals the last couple of years, after the 10th game of the year, he won't
but
have
again,
no more than maybe 1, 2.5 for the rest of the year.
He got
this is
held like
what I was
40
talking
times
about.
this year.
When you ain't got another end on the other side, you're getting worn down as the year go on. You
He's
got to
not a-
get some help.
He's not a defensive tackle.
And that's why I was hollering that we need another big linebacker.
He's not a defensive tackle, and you can't and another thing, he got held like 40 times this year, man. No lie. At least
That didn't
40.
get called.
That didn't get called. So you can't really. He was leading before all them holding calls. People just started holding him. They just started holding. That's what every team started doing, holding him. So you can't say that. And the thing is, he's out of place where he's at. He needs to be back at the linebacker position. Let him roam, but don't make him have to be the defensive lineman, because we got defensive linemen. You know?
No, we don't.
We don't have no defensive linemen.
Then who?
There ain't nobody on the line.
They there for sure. They there for sure.
So we got defensive linemen then. I mean, we still, and see, that's something that should make you think about it too. We were the number one takeaway defense in the NFL, and we played like that against Green Bay. And you think that they just couldn't figure it out?
Coaching.
Okay, it's all the coach. Okay.
He put him in the position.
That game. I'm about to go to sleep. Okay.
Allison says, do y'all think Ron Rivera will end up in Dallas? If Mike go, absolutely. That'd be a good shoe-in for them, because that'll be Rap Jerry Jones' alley.
That's right.
Somebody that's not gonna challenge him.
That's
and then we're gonna have the 25th ranked defense in the league.
Probably
right.
so.
The
Allison
great
said,
Riverboat Ron. That's right.
Allison said the Illuminati got Beyonce like that. Allison said after the Super Bowl, they will. And then Pamela Clark says, "Go sit down." Her famous saying. You go sit down too, Pamela Clark, you New York Giant fan. But yeah, that's what he said. And so I'm glad you gave me that feedback about the music. But just like I said, I just don't think that Taylor Swift body of work is even comparable.
It ain't about the body of work, Cornell. It's a numbers game, man.
So
it's a numbers game.
So you said numbers.
You ain't gotta like Taylor Swift.
Where the numbers come from? This year?
But
it's been building, bro.
She's getting it, man. I'm telling you.
Question, Cornell. I see what he's saying. So if Beyonce was going with, let's say that, or Travis Kelce, do you think they would have had the same amount of people coming to the game?
No.
Absolutely.
No.
Wait, are you crazy? You know how much money Beyonce tickets sold for?
God, do you just?
Are you serious? Are you serious about that, Beyonce? Yep. You ain't serious about that.
Beyonce already out there.
No.
Beyonce be going to the games, man.
No, Ty. But what he's getting at is if Beyonce was dating Dak, you would have the entire Beehive now coming to the game, buying the merchandise, doing the same.
I don't think they would like they do Taylor Swift. That's what I'm saying.
No.
They would have followed her in the same fashion.
Nah,
I don't think so.
Not the Beehive, no. No.
Beyonce. Okay, let's see this.
I mean, it is what it is, man. You ain't gotta like it.
Because if she endorses something, her hive they're gonna buy it. You know, she ain't Oprah. But
listen, she been endorsing the NFL with Jay-Z since he went over there. It's a difference, man.
Ever since Jay-Z took over the halftime show for the Super Bowl, when has Beyonce performed?
She be to the games with him. She be up in the press boxes.
It's a difference, bro. It's a different.
Okay.
That's the biggest stage in the country.
So you don't think that? Okay, she performed. When she performed? About 4 or 5 years ago.
For the halftime?
Yeah.
Shit.
And she
Okay.
did. It's just different, man.
It's different.
Taylor is
They treat them different than they do us. I get it.
Yeah.
And her brand, she's got a good marketing campaign, and her brand is trending.
God, it's a numbers
But
game. If they got if it's 100,000 people, right? 80% of that is white.
Like I said,
that's why I got ready to say our people not gonna come out like they people.
It's a numbers game.
but you also got to think about it. Anybody remember when Hyundai used to have that commercial with the Hyundai following the Honda Civic around all through the mountains, up through the roads when they first came out? Hyundai and Kia, when they first came out, they used to follow the little Honda Civic all over the place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor Swift did the same thing when she came out to Beyonce, from the dance moves to the type of venues and everything else and whatnot. The only difference with her, one of the major things that she does is now she does happen to write her own music and all of that and whatnot, and that's a compliment to her. But she's got all these young white fans, and it's crossing over to other minority groups and other things and whatnot. And she's just trending on all social media and everywhere else right now. And she's peaking at this point. That's all it is. Her peak is come this year. Next year, it's going to start going down. And Beyonce is going to start coming.
Beyonce has 22 #1 hits. Taylor Swift has 11. Rihanna has 3.
It ain't about the hits, Cornell. It's not about the hits.
But listen. What you're telling me now, and this is what you're telling me. You're telling me now that if Taylor Swift is surpassing Aretha Franklin, it's not about the hits. The body of work don't make no difference.
It's about the people that's going out there.
It's a different era.
Cornell,
listen,
our people ain't gonna go to the games and buy merchandise like
that's a lie.
Her people.
That's a lie. We spend more money in the United. Black people spend more money in the United States than anybody else.
You crazy?
Oh, I'm crazy. I'm crazy.
Yes. You're crazy. If you believe that, you're crazy from now.
So I got a question, Cornell. So you think the average black person gonna spend anywhere from $9,000 to $52,000 to go to Super Bowl just because Beyonce there? This to take a glance at Beyonce.
No.
But
you got a whole lot of folks going out there to that game, spending that money.
Just to say they got a glimpse at doggone Taylor Swift.
And the price of the tickets in the stadium went up because of the fact that she may make an appearance.
I'm sad.
The average ticket, the starting off at $9,800. That's the cheap seat.
Not the Super Bowl. $7,000 is the average ticket.
Well, they must be went down some because they sure said 98 at first.
I put it up the other day in the chat. It's 7,000.
I still ain't paying $7,000.
I mean,
Dallas is doing.
But I'm gonna tell you something. Like, and see, I think Mike knows this as well as I know this. Is that when you talk about black people's buying power, and that's why I gotta have a show, and you need to tune in on that or be on that show because you don't understand about black people's buying power. We had the greatest buying power in the United States a couple years ago. So I don't understand what you're talking about now. When you talk about you might not spend that kind of money, but there's some rich black people in the United States.
But that's not the conversation. The conversation is
ain't the rich white people that buying them tickets and buying all that stuff neither, Cornell. That's what we trying to say.
Okay, and so let me tell you this. This is the demographic. Here's the demographic for you. Anyone born from 1965 to 1980 spent the most money of any U.S. generation. 65 to 1980 spent the most money of any generation with an average annual expenditure of $83,357. The second,
well, I need some of my damn money
the
back because I
second-
sure ain't see nothing.
Bubba, you can't judge people at your pocket. The second biggest spenders are millennials with an average annual expenditure of $69,061.
You know what's wrong with what you just said?
It's right here.
There
What's
wasn't
wrong with it?
There wasn't no
You say I
millennials.
can't
There wasn't
judge
no millennials
from
in
my
1980.
pocket.
Thank you.
But listen, did y'all? Okay, it's comprehension, guys. Listen to me read it again. Maybe it's comprehension. Overall, in 2021, anyone born from 65 to 80 spent the most money of any U.S. generation with an average annual expenditure of $83,357. Okay, let's cut that sentence off. The second biggest spenders are millennials with an average annual expenditure of $69,061.
Okay.
That's the second. So that's how they got it lumped, because I put which demographic has spent the most money, and they broke it down with Generation X, which is 1965, 1980, and then the millennials.
But you gotta look at the prices of stuff back then. What was the prices of stuff back then there too, Cornell? You gotta look at.
No, you said a generation.
Bubba, it don't matter what the price was. The fact of the matter is that any way you cut it, $83,357 is going to be more than $69,061.
Well, who had the $83,000?
Generation X. Anybody born from 65 to 1980.
I got that, but that doesn't give you the social and the economic circles of
they didn't break it down like that.
Okay.
They didn't break it down like that.
That's what I'm getting at. Because that's where we started at when we were talking about
exactly. Well, I put it in, and that's what it gave me back. So what I got to do is I got to go look it up.
Those are the two largest groups of people
right
now.
Right, and so that's how they broke it down.
That's going to be that. Those are two largest groups of people right now.
Yeah, the number's not lying, but I just didn't like what y'all said when y'all started talking about what Bubba would say, black people ain't gonna spend that. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Beyonce sold out tickets. Her tickets were $1,000.
But
I didn't go. I wouldn't go.
He was talking. See,
I wouldn't spend no $1,000.
He was talking about the Super Bowl, and you can't take one event and compare it to another.
No,
but you can say that for the Super Bowl itself, most of us may end up in Vegas, but we won't end up at the game.
Exactly.
Okay.
Allison Taylor said, if Beyonce dated a player in the NFL, that stadium would be packed. And so, you know, it's all this is hypothetical. What we're saying. Kasan says she may not perform, but she may have some influence in selecting who performs in the halftime show. Because Jay-Z might be the head, but she's the neck that turns it. Kasan Carter says, not just America, think about the worldwide, overseas. Now Taylor is in concert in Tokyo today and half before game time. All right, Kasan, it's a good point. The Japanese yen and European euro, dang near is 2 to 3 times to our $1 right now, if not more. So when I did the net worth. The net worth of Beyonce is $800 million. Net worth of Taylor Swift is $1.1 billion. So she's got the lead there. But the thing is that I can't feel y'all when y'all say that because I mean what you'd have to do, turn back the hands of time and put them to the same age. And I can't believe y'all say that Beyonce couldn't, if she had a relationship with somebody in the NFL, that they wouldn't pack the stadium. They'll come for a glimpse of Beyonce.
Can I say something?
Please do.
I was sitting there, just soaking everything in. This is my perspective of all of this, right? And I'm not saying that no one perspective of what y'all was saying is differently, but first and foremost, if you want to look at what's going on in the United States, there is we know that we're in a climate right now that's very racial, very racial. Regardless of how you want to put it, it's like half and half of the United States, right? And I know this is a sports show. That's why I was kind of listening and didn't want to get into maybe the politics of it and all that stuff too, because regardless of who's paying money or who is where they need to be at, it's all about who is showing who and who's pushing who. You look at just say rap, the negative side of rap with some of these females out here, right? You don't even hear about them, but their songs are pushing. It's pushing. It's pushing. Somebody is back there pushing it. Man, I don't want my girl listening to Nicki Minaj. I don't want my girls listening to Megan Stallion. But these women are making money. Why? Because somebody is pushing them. Even though Beyonce it may be more talented, may have more money or whatever, it's what's being pushed. And while we sit there and talking, they show her picture more than they show anybody else when she's out there. That's a visual. They're doing that for a reason. If they didn't show her as much as they were showing her, it would have been a whole different reason why or talking about it. Every time she's there, when KC scores a touchdown, they don't even look at the owners no more. They show her. They show her. They show her.
And that's
there's a reason why they're showing her. If I don't care how good you are, if you ain't getting the exposure that you're supposed to be getting, and you're just doing the eye test, guess what? That person is going to seem more valuable to you than the person who is actually more valuable.
And that's what I was getting at.
And that's what we're trying to get at, Cornell.
But I also say this. When I look at the Super Bowl this year, I look at Brock, the quarterback, and I look at the tailback, right? And I flip it on the other side, I look at the quarterback, and I look at the tight end, right? You got your MVPs probably in between those four, right?
Yeah.
Probably in that game. I almost seen the decline of them talking about Debo as much as they was talking about him. And Debo used to be the guy that, they always talked about. I guess it could be just me, and I'm just open to see a lot of things. I believe it's all about projection and what you're trying to say and how you're trying to say it. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't have to do nothing with how much numbers you got. It doesn't have to do with that. It's what you actually saying to America. It's what you're trying to push out. What you're trying to use, who's more dominant and who's not dominant. And I'm just saying it because I'm on this show. It's all about where you need to put certain people at and where you need to put the other people at. And as long as you got that numbers, as long as you showing those things or whatever, it's not about, like I said, it's not about the money. It's not about, how much this and that, because I agree with Cornell. Black people do spend the most money, but on the negative side of that is we spend it on foolish stuff. That's why if you look at even Tubi is actually number one now because we actually on Tubi more than anybody else. And I just saw that 2 days ago. We could generate, if we pull together positive or negative, we spend more money in our population, which is not that much, than any population. And that's been out for years. Years. Yeah, a lot of people are like, man, we're only 13%, we're only 15%. Google it and see how much we spend. We'll spend on Jordans, we'll spend this and that or whatever. And that's where that comes from. Yeah, there's the positive side of that spending, but there's also the negative side of that spending. But the only thing I'm gonna say is this: is what people want you to see and what they actually want to push out. And I'll say this again, to make one group look more dominant and make the other group not look as much.
Preach.
Now, Mike, and I
Absolutely.
agree with where you went with the
Preach.
show and tell, because the pushing of Taylor Swift out front versus the pushing of Beyonce online is a difference. It's a huge difference. And that's why I said, even with the halftime show with Jay-Z running it, Beyonce should be showing up each year in that somewhere, being out front, not behind the scenes. Being behind the scenes is going to put you behind in the numbers. And that's what it's doing right now, because even after a game on the sports broadcast, they're talking about Taylor Swift instead of the game.
Exactly.
But nobody here can name a Taylor Swift song.
It's not about the song.
It is about the
Generate
song.
revenue.
It is about the song.
Not if I don't listen.
No, it's not.
Okay, let me. All right, let me help you with that.
What you're saying. I understand what you're saying,
but let me help you with that. And I'm gonna tell you why it's not about the song.
Why it's not about the song?
When you go to the Emmys, how many of those, or the Oscars, how many of those movies have you never even heard of?
And yeah,
no. How many of those movies never even showed up at a box office?
But my question to you is, and our question was, we talked about influence. We talked about influence. And I'm trying to make you understand this. You're telling me about the impression that Taylor Swift has, and I'm asking you, can you name a Taylor Swift song? And you cannot.
But I don't need to. What I'm trying to tell
Why don't you?
But
I'm not a Taylor
Swift fan. So I mean,
if it's impressionable, you should be able to name one.
It's not.
I didn't say her music was impressionable.
No. They saying she is. She is their brand right now, Cornell. That's what he's saying.
All right, but listen, and what I'm trying to and let me stop and let me say this so I can clarify what I'm saying. Like Mike was saying earlier, Mike told you it's what they project to you and what they want you to see and believe. Now, I told you that her net worth is more than Beyonce's. I told you that. But then I ask you a question, and when it comes down to household names, and it comes down to being able to sing a tune, or it comes down to this, just to let you know why the brand, even though the brand might exceed, and just to let you know why it's a flash in the pan, is because the bottom line is this: you can't name one of her songs.
But Saquon, Cornell, it is not the brand; it's the skin color. That's what you're missing. It is not the brand; it is the skin color.
That's not true, Bubba. Because Bubba,
okay, that's what you think.
Listen, I can tell you Kenny Rogers songs. I can tell you Johnny Cash songs, and just like Mike was saying. Just because something is moving, and because something is moving, you gotta look at who's moving it. And when we talk about the body of work, you gotta understand what I'm saying now. The body of work. That's like that. You're comparing her to Beyonce, and there's no comparison there.
I'm not comparing her.
We're not comparing her to
I'm
Beyonce.
comparing the number of people that is following her to this thing. That's it.
To the game
and
buying the Kansas City
influence she brings with
merchandises.
That's all.
I told you the merchandising that she brings, but then there's no way you could ever get a true number unless Beyonce was somebody's girlfriend.
But see, I didn't try to play the LeBron Jordan with Taylor Swift and Beyonce because it's not the same.
It's not the same.
Okay. This wasn't a route. Beyonce made hers from singing. She made hers from performing. And yes, you can name her songs and whatnot. And when she teamed up with Jay-Z, they became a power couple that blew up in different ways and whatnot. And I applaud them for it, and I follow them with it. But Taylor Swift and the whole Swiftie thing, like I said, this was a spinoff from the Beehive, and she took that trend and made it into hers. And now hers is out there, and because she's at these games and things and whatnot, she gets a hoist of free publicity on a weekly basis, week in and week out, which is not just blowing up the revenue for the NFL. It helped put her over that $1 billion mark this year, and without even having to sing a song. Okay.
Well, and that's the same thing I was saying. I said the same thing. I said, I'm the one that told you that $331.5 million.
Right. I mean, I get that, but it has nothing to do with her and Beyonce are on two different paths.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then let me say this also too. The NFL hired Jay-Z. Jay-Z did not hire the NFL.
Absolutely.
Ain't no way. Even with Beyonce, and everybody's like, okay, yeah, she should be more involved. No, she's not going to be involved. Jay-Z got his orders just like anybody else got it. Jay-Z, no, he probably can't bring her into there like that because there's certain things that has to happen. So I don't look for Beyonce to be coming there and all that stuff too, because I know who owns the NFL.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And they don't look like us.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So there's no way Jay-Z is going to actually come in there and do actually what he wants to do when he wants to do it and bring his billionaire wife if there's other things that's already been set forth. I don't see it.
They brought him in to bring us back after all that mess with Kaepernick.
Yep.
That's the only reason he there.
Kason says he spends a lot of money. He spends a lot on his sketches as they're very comfortable for him. Yeah, I got sketches too, Kason. I know. Yeah, but no, my main qualm with what was said is that Shannon Sharp is using clickbait because he's trying to get some of that 100 and that 313 those 313 followers. When he said Beyonce ain't moving the needle like this chick, that's a very
she's not right now.
That's a very vague statement.
Right now, she's not. That's all he's talking about. Right now, she's not. If you don't have to like it,
she's not. It's true. But at the same time, I get what you're saying. But Shannon Sharp, he was good when he was on the field and whatnot. Right now, in order to promote his show and to sell his show, he's doing what he's supposed to do in terms of stirring up controversy. And that's what he's getting really good at right now.
Exactly.
Okay. And people are buying into it, hook, line, and sinker. And so that his numbers are starting to run up on his show. And he's getting more and more people in there ever since Cat Williams broke his show wide open. He's been coming up with more controversial things to put on his show so that he can move the needle.
Absolutely.
And I totally agree, and not just him, Jason Whitlock, Stephen A. You know, who's talking more trash about Lamar than Stephen A. Why? Because he's at ESPN and all the other sports broadcasters. He's making the most money, and he's not making the most money because he's just really that intelligent. Let's be honest. They're making the most money because they're really that ignorant. They will actually push buttons that no one else would push.
Yep.
They was like you said, clickbait. What? Beyonce ain't moving the needle like this chick. Oh man, boom, boom, boom. Let me see what he's talking about. Everybody understands Beyonce is that woman. She's that person. But then let me see what he's talking about. And at the end of the day, these guys get paid by the numbers that they have, the numbers that they can bring in, Not by there. So he just learned how to talk a couple of days ago. It ain't like he the best person in the world, but he keeps the plate hot. He keeps it hot. Let's be honest. I mean,
he just learned how to talk a couple days ago.
He just learned how to talk a couple of days ago, man.
But gents, it's getting to that with you now. I'm gonna get ready to turn this loose, but I appreciate y'all letting me join you tonight. But like I said, 3:00 come early.
Yeah,
get ready to get back down the road.
I know that's right, Pat. Have a good one, bro.
All right,
y'all
take care.
You too, man.
All right, now.
All right, man.
Where you at tonight, Mike? You home or you on the road?
Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bam Bam is in Ohio. We're gonna pick this week and next week. We're gonna definitely do another show that's leading up to the Super Bowl. But from your early view, guys, who y'all got?
I ain't even got to answer that. You know who I got.
Yeah, we know you got San
Francisco. I ain't picking against Patrick Mahomes. I'll put it that way.
So I think that's.
I can say San Fran, but I ain't gonna put no money on it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this. I think overall, just by looking at this whole year and looking at the record, San Francisco probably got the better team. But from what I seen or whatever, they probably ain't gonna win this game. And it ain't got nothing to do with me I'm a hater. No, it ain't got nothing to do with that. It got to do with what I've been seeing. And I believe that KC is going to win. Not because they dominant, it's because it was already written. I may be wrong, and I hope I can come back and say I am, but I don't see, and I think me and Cornell was talking about this. The AFC is the only on that side of the fence have one team that has been dominant for the last 10, 12 years. Where the NFC, every other year there's another team. Not that dominant. And I don't see I don't see them being that, like I said, that powerful. I don't. I really don't. When I was looking at KC this year, there's no way. All of a sudden, they pulled the fairy out of the hat, and now they playing good ball. I would say KC should lose, but I think it's bigger than what a lot of us want to actually see.
I agree with that.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. And the only thing they're not gonna let Patrick Mahomes catch Tom Brady.
Would he be catching?
I don't think they care.
Would he be catching Tom
I'm
Brady?
like this. Tom Brady got the rings, but he has never been better than Patrick Mahomes.
I understand that.
Yeah.
He got the ring, but I say he's not better than he has never been better.
They're both good players. I can't take away from Brady.
And
I have a lifetime, but I can't take away from Brady.
And I probably
I'm not taking nothing.
Yeah.
I think I'm in Ty head when I ain't gonna say, I'm gonna just say I think I know why Ty is saying that, but even at that or whatever, I still believe that it can happen. And the reason why I believe it happened, because that team is still dominant. They're still going to the Super Bowl. They're still going to the AFC Championship. If it was anybody else, I would have been like, yeah. But you don't get that close every year, regardless of how you play, and certain things don't happen.
I feel you, but I think it's about the curtail. I think it's about the curtail.
The only way it could tell if Travis Kelsey retired or he goes someplace else. Other than
It ain't gonna
that,
be that.
I don't see it.
Andy
I
Reid
can't.
leaving. Andy Reid
Huh?
gonna leave soon.
Hodges
And
said that.
in the
They
next
say
month.
if they win the Super Bowl, he might retire.
Yeah. So I get what y'all saying, but I think it's gonna come to an end.
Hodges said Bubba was right about ABC. And then Kason says, I got my light bill money on San Fran. Kason said Mahomes will catch him, but not right now. And Allison said, I'll be there for the commercials and Usher. So yeah, I agree with Mike, man. You know, it's like whatever the best storyline is, but just like with Kansas City showing up out of the blue for me, and you know, and definitely the demise of Lamar and company. I just don't know, man. I can't pick a guess. It's almost like a double-edged sword because they've been talking Purdy up so much.
That's what I'm trying to. What do you think is a better storyline?
And
This
then
guy come here,
Purdy,
Mr. Irrelevant,
Purdy,
beat Patrick Mahomes.
Purdy and the Great White Hope at running back. They've been talking him up. They say he's the best running back ever played a game.
Cool.
Who said that? Now, come on.
Who
Mike,
say
did you
that?
hear that? Mike, did you hear that this year?
I did hear that.
Nah, I ain't hear
I
that.
did hear that. I did hear that this year. The thing called him the best running back to play the game.
Who?
Give me a second. I'll pull it up.
Whoever said that, you should slap him.
Because I done seen every time I see a list, he ain't in the top 5.
Well, he ain't gonna be in the top 5. He just started playing a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but I'm saying if they saying he the best running back,
Hey, you said
Now,
a
who you
word
gonna
to
put
hold
him
on
ahead
to.
of?
You said if they say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, right now, is he the best thing in the NFL? I would say yeah. For the numbers that he put up.
Colin Cowherd. That's why we have those honors and awards. If you're not going to embrace Christian McCaffrey, if you're not going to consider him for MVP, then make up new guidelines because what you're seeing, I think he's the most talented running back ever.
He said talented. Not
He said
the best.
Well, what's the difference between talented and best?
Nah.
Ever? He said ever. The most talented, Walter Payton, the most talented ever. Jim Brown, the most talented ever. Emmitt Smith, he's showing better than Emmitt Smith, who played with a dislocated arm.
You got to look at what he brings now. As far as catching the ball, you line him at wide receiver.
Don't even put him in the same.
Nah, you couldn't line Emmitt Smith up at no wide receiver.
Dude threat. Catching the ball and running. That's what he's saying.
So Emmitt Smith
wasn't the best running back? Nah.
You couldn't line Emmitt Smith out at no damn wide receiver, man.
To McCaffrey? Are you serious?
Cornell.
Zeke, listen, Zeke in his prime. McCaffrey couldn't even hold Zeke jockstrap. And Zeke was a punisher, Bo.
Okay. How long did he do it?
How long did he do it? He did it about the same time for running backs in the NFL. McCaffrey is new. McCaffrey is young. Bruh, what are you talking about?
Okay.
What are y'all talking about now?
Hey.
We're talking about most talented? Are you serious? Really now? Really now?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I ain't saying he is, but I'm saying
I'm gonna stop calling
he brings
you, Tyrone Cowherd, and Bubba Cowherd.
Hey, I hear you.
I didn't say. I said that's what they saying.
Yeah.
You saying the best. I said they ain't talking about
the best. They talking
best
about
running back. They talk about dual threat, catching the ball out the backfield and running. That's what I say they talking about.
Because
I didn't say he was.
I think
I said that's what they
talented running. I can tell you what they said because I read it. I think he's the most talented running back ever. Then I mentioned Emmitt Smith, and I mean, I don't understand. I mean, because we can go back to college with Emmitt Smith.
No, he's not a better running back than Emmitt Smith.
He's not a better
Barry
running
Sanders,
back.
Walter Payton,
No, he's not. But the extra
Eric
stuff that he brings
Dickerson.
to it.
What extra stuff you bring to it, bro? Listen, McCaffrey is at best number 20 on the running back list of the great running backs that play. He's at best 20, and I'm being real good. I'm talking LaDainian Tomlinson, bro, at best 20. Eric Dickerson, at best 20, bro, at best. Earl Campbell, Franco Harris.
Listen to what you're saying, though. Running the ball, Earl Campbell wasn't catching no damn passes.
Boy, you couldn't stop Earl Campbell.
I get what you're saying.
He was
Cornell,
unstoppable.
But you couldn't line Earl Campbell up at no damn wide receiver and tell him to run routes.
You did, because that wasn't the game at the time.
But so that's what I'm telling you.
That wasn't the game at the time.
Else to the running back position, just like Marshall Faulk could line up out there at a wide receiver.
Because that was the game
different.
at the time. Because the game was different. The whole landscape of the game was different. The linebackers were huge guys that were back there. You had huge linebackers, Jack Lambert, Mean Joe Green. Those were the linebackers. They weren't fast. They were just
defensive tackle, man.
Well, defensive tackle. You had Jack Lambert. L.C. Greenwood. Was it L.C. Greenwood, the other linebacker?
No, Jack Lambert.
Jack Ham and Jack Lambert. But you had those kind of linebackers back in the days. But, bruh, I mean, listen, I'm going to tell you about this doggone age. This age is quick to be trying to put somebody up in GOAT status. Bro, you don't, best running back ever? Bro, no. No. Colin is on crack.
He didn't say best running back ever, man.
Ain't but one person you can probably put up there in GOAT status right now.
So
ain't but one.
Yeah, there ain't but one.
Lented, talented. Okay, talented synonym.
And that's that quarterback in Kansas City.
Here's some synonyms for talented, since we talk about the word talented. Yeah. Gifted. Gail Sayers, gifted. Master. Skillful. Yeah. Masterly. Yeah. Skilled. First rate. Accomplished. Polished. Brilliant.
I'll be right back.
Expert. Adroit. Consummate. Dexterous. Able. Come on, man. 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 Come on, man.
I'll give you an example. Right?
Give me the example.
Randy Moss, right?
Uh-huh.
His talent, probably the skill that he brought out there, probably top notch. But he's not better than Jerry Rice. But talent-wise, he probably is with some of the things he could do. But he's not better than Jerry Rice.
Okay.
I mean, it's a difference, man.
It's a difference. It's a difference because they're both brothers. But I'm trying to tell you, you can't put, 10-4. You can't put McCaffrey in no conversation with them boys. You just can't. You can't, boo. Because I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm going to tell you this. You talk about Earl Campbell, right? Or you can talk about the Bettis, the Bus. If the Ravens are playing and Earl Campbell's starting running back, he might can't run no post or nothing like that. But Earl Campbell is going to run that ball, and rather he gets blocking or not, he going to take half the line with him. He going down the field, and he going to get 5-yard chunks every time because he's a beast. Bro, I mean, you can't compare that. Ain't nobody going to tackle him one-on-one. One-on-one out there, you don't want to tackle him.
I hear you, Cornell.
Okay. But, I mean, San Francisco in the Super Bowl, so I'll go ahead and succumb to you and not be so argumentative tonight.
And it ain't about
most talent.
I don't think he is, because to me, Roger Craig is better than Dan McCaffrey.
He is, of course. I forgot Roger Craig. See what I'm saying? Bro, that's like I said, at best 20. At best 20. At best.
But I just think that they get carried away, and that's what they get paid to do.
This is the gold age, bro.
Because if they didn't create controversy and have people talking about it like us, they ain't making no money.
True.
So it's about making money. True. If he agreed with you, if every analyst agreed with you, hey, they just got old coonskin with him, and everybody agree. They ain't got nothing to talk about.
Yeah, and I retract the fact that I said white earlier. That doesn't make any difference whatsoever. Tyrone got me heated.
No, don't get heated, man. Hey,
yeah, Tyrone got me heated about
conversation.
That. I'm very passionate about that, man. When you
it's
talk
all right,
about,
man.
Yeah, when you talk about that, man. But because I'm not taking nothing from McCaffrey. He's a good running back.
How long has he been in the league so far?
Who, McCaffrey?
Yeah.
4 or 5 years.
Yes, yeah, at least 5.
He was down there.
That's what I was sitting here saying. Regardless of the wording, I just think it's just totally disrespectful for the people who've been in front of him. Regardless if you ran the ball or whatever, that you got a lot of running backs. And I'm not taking nothing from him. He's a bad boy. 5 years, and you come out and you just dismiss 10 years, 12 years. Yeah, I just think numbers don't lie. I just think that was somewhat disrespectful, but at the same time, I know why. I do know why.
Yeah.
But he's a bad boy. He's bad, but you got too many greats. And I think just because I like him, he's an humble guy. I think he would even say the same thing.
Yeah.
That Kyle Nerd, he's a jackal to begin with, and I know why what he was saying that for.
What you call exactly? Yeah, he's played 7 years in the league.
Yeah. Okay,
Christian's been in the league for 7 years. Yeah, and a lot of receptions. A lot of receptions for him. Absolutely, out of Stanford.
Oh, he's a bad boy now.
He is. I can't take it from him.
He's a bad boy.
I can't take it from him. I watch him when we got that sack on him. I mean the fumble. He ran them boys. He ran my man over, and my man happened to just hit him, and the ball came out. But he still had to, take a power drive. And I said he's a power runner, boy.
Don't worry about it. If the script writers don't win, Shanahan will give it to him because he'll run them good. And he'll be like, oh man, just keep on feeding them the ball. Halftime come, he gonna go ahead and give it to the slinger.
Give that mule, give that mule hit. Oh yeah, the slinger get it at halftime now. I said when I saw him run out the pocket the other day, I said, "You Lord, look at this right here."
I ain't never seen him run like that.
I ain't never seen him run like that before.
The whole year.
The whole year.
Oh yeah, do that.
He had a couple of times he get out the pocket, but
but not like that though.
He ain't nothing like that now. Hey. But Lamar was gone then. Lamar was done for the day.
Yeah,
he did what Lamar Jackson should have been doing.
Yeah.
But I thought about that too. I don't want to, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Go ahead and say it, Mike.
When Lamar was running, they said he ain't a quarterback. He need to stay in the pocket and throw the ball. When Purdy did it, he's the best thing since sliced bread. What's the difference? If you got a dual quarterback,
his legs. Y'all have a good night. Work in the morning. I'm going to bed. Have a good night, Allie.
Good night.
Good night, Allie. If you're a dual quarterback, what and they criticize Lamar for that. Oh yeah, he running. He can't throw the ball. Now he's throwing the ball, and he ain't running as much.
Left.
And I don't see well, I see the difference. But if you got a dual quarterback, that's what you want them for.
Absolutely.
Don't criticize one and because y'all can't catch him, and then turn around and then the other one, when he does it or whatever, that's what Lamar's supposed to have been doing. That's what Lamar did.
But Purdy, he ain't no dual quarterback though.
I mean,
he was one the last game.
He was
one last game, but other than that, he ain't a dude.
He ran that ball. I mean, they had to open it, and that's against that Detroit defense. And I mean, he just bust out the whole. I said,
"Oh yeah, hey, he took what they gave him."
I said, "What?"
Because it was a couple of times they should have sacked him. He got away, and hey, the middle was open.
Who gave it to him? Let me tell you something, Bubba. I'm gonna tell you something right now. This year, I've seen some incredible guys elude sacks. I've seen Dak down there at the goal line, and I saw the dude have Dak dead to none. Saw Dak
Detroit,
against Detroit, throw the ball downfield to CeeDee Lamb. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous. I saw Mahomes. The dude had his hands on Mahomes. I saw Mahomes drop down, spin out, and get out. Bro, you know what? I came to a conclusion. You know, I said to myself, if I want to see a true football game, I got to go down to the Mount Scona Pee Wee League. If I want to see a game I know ain't nobody got no money on, unless one of them kids is giving points, because you might have a little coin a lot of them that's getting paid in cupcakes. Because if you got a little coin,
then another reason is a lot of for getting out of for not getting sacked. Them guys scared to hit them.
You can't hit.
The first thing they're gonna do is get a flag.
Yeah.
Well, you know why? I'm gonna tell you that I'm not feeling that, because when Mahomes played the other day, dude hit Mahomes on the ground. You remember?
They didn't call that one.
They didn't call it. Harbaugh
they didn't
said,
call that one.
No, Harbaugh said, we gonna hit him. That's what Harbaugh said. We gonna hit him. They said, we gonna hit him. We gonna hit him.
And guess what? That's why they had was that 4 15-yard penalties too.
Yeah.
Well, they have 4 15-yard penalties for dumb stuff. I mean, you're talking about the helmet to helmet from Clowney. Clowney came in, helmet to helmet, the dude. Then other young man, turned the dude over and then taunt him, which to me, that's my football game, because that's what the Miami Hurricanes used to do. That's a part of football, is psychological warfare. You're supposed to taunt them. You're supposed to talk trash to them. You're supposed to tell them, next time, I'm going to hit you harder than that. But no, they don't want you to do that. That's unsportsmanlike, and you can't even celebrate too long. But hey.
We're talking about the receiver?
Yeah, taunting is a part of football.
Nah, he know he couldn't throw that football by that man's head and spin it and stand over.
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Now that was just dumb.
I don't see anything wrong with that though. But I mean, it's against the rules. But I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I mean, Bubba and Matt Best.
Back in the day, it wasn't nothing wrong with it.
He's done a lot worse in Matt Best, Bubba. Done a lot worse than that.
They call what they want to call.
And they do.
Josh Allen almost got his whole collarbone yanked out in front of the guy, and he didn't call that, and turned around and called another penalty. That I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
They call what they want to call,
and make it so bad. They standing right there. They standing right there looking.
My
at
man
the play.
was right in front of him.
Yeah,
he was.
He stand right there.
He was right in front of him, act like he didn't even see it.
He was.
Hey, I saw this yesterday too, and they're talking about Chase Young. They said that cat ain't been doing nothing.
They said they might
be a part-time player, man.
They said it might be.
Yeah, they said it's no hustle. They showed it several times, man. They didn't really pursue or nothing. So
taking downs off.
Yeah, he take plenty of them off.
And then now that tells you the whole deal about about him being down there in Washington, you know, and that's why Washington is so sad to let him hit the
But
water.
he don't realize he hurting himself because he got no contract. Nobody paying him no big bucks.
No, not after that. No, Payne. Now Payne is going to leave, and Payne is the beast.
They said now our guy is playing behind him. Gregory is playing behind Chase.
Yeah.
But if Chase don't come out and do what his name is, chase and tackle, and he's gonna have another team.
Well, I think while Farrell been having a better season, I think he'll be back for the Super Bowl. He's had a pretty decent seat on the other end, so I think he'll be back for the Super Bowl.
Right.
And, yeah. So, and
but they tried. At least they went and got somebody, even if it didn't work for them. They went out and they got somebody. The Eagles, they went and got a safety. And a linebacker. Didn't work out.
What they did it so they can rotate a whole lot more. Because if you got Farrell and you got Young, you got Gregory, you can rotate them guys and keep them kind of fresh.
But what
I'm saying, at least y'all tried. We ain't trying to get nobody.
That's Jimmy Johnson right there, Bubba. You welcome. You welcome. That's the Jimmy Johnson 95 Cowboys. Keep putting somebody fresh in there.
Yeah.
Jimmy was killing them.
But Young, that guy, man. His work ethic.
Cause I see something with they talking about Jerry Jones talking about he going all in
man, that's why I meant
right.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
heard it all before. What's that song that girl said?
Ain't even worried about it.
Yeah,
unless you get yourself a big back, get you another linebacker, and get you 2 defensive tackles, then we can talk.
I ain't falling for the okie doke. I'm gonna start watching pickleball.
Hey, look, he only saying that because the majority of Dallas Cowboy fans is going to be like, well, he say he's going to try. What do you think you've been doing for the last 30 years?
Yeah, he ain't that
trying.
He ain't that dumb. Let me tell you something.
Once again, Cornell, that's the phrase. You ain't that dumb.
You ain't that dumb. Listen, if he was losing money on oil, you think he wouldn't have done that? He wouldn't have solved that problem in a year?
The problem is y'all fan base gonna support that guy, gonna support the Cowboys regardless. So
wrong.
If he do it, he do it. If not, guess what? Joker's still gonna be there.
That's what I just said.
Yeah,
the majority of Cowboy fans is going to hear it and be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, he's going to do it this year," and they're going to spend money, and they're going to go in the field to the game, and they're going to be hyped up. And I look, when I tell y'all I'm a fallback, I'm gonna still look at my games now.
I'm gonna watch the game, but when
I tell you I'm a fallback, hey, the Dallas Cowboys is like that girlfriend you want to leave, but you can't leave her. But she gonna mess around. She gonna get the cold shoulder from me next year.
She got root on. She got root on you.
Hey, if you need a room, hey, when they come here, I got you.
Oh yeah, we do play Atlanta this year, right?
Yeah.
I heard we play Carolina again too.
Really?
No, I don't think they've been on the list.
I saw the list the other day, and I said, "Well, dang, Tampa was on the list, Atlanta was on the list."
Yeah, they play the NFC South this
year. We
year.
got Cincinnati, we got Baltimore, we got the Texans.
Oh, whoa!
Yeah, y'all play the AFC South and the NFC South.
Yeah, our schedule is tough next year now.
We got the Texans.
Well, if we play the NFC South, we're gonna play Carolina again.
Yeah.
Let me see something here.
The Texans.
What's the Carolina on there?
All we know right now, we ain't playing right now. So we know do know that.
We sure ain't playing. We sure ain't playing right
Yeah,
now.
we do got Carolina.
Boy, Bubba, you a smart cookie, boy.
Bubba,
You know how to
on
catch
it
it.
tonight. Bubba, on it tonight
You got
now.
them the fifth game of the
Bubba,
year.
you on it tonight now.
You on it, Bubba?
I ain't paying y'all no attention. I think we got Atlanta the fourth game of the year.
Doggone Bubba. Bubba's moving.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
We sure will.
Ty,
see.
you gonna have a big party?
Huh?
Cool.
Ty.
Yeah,
Nah,
yeah,
definitely
Ty.
not us.
Yeah, Ty. Or we
Nah,
did.
they got a joint up here. But they used to play for the 49ers. He got a sports bar here.
Oh,
Okay.
They do a lot of we used to go up there and check out the 49er games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably have good food there. Me and Mike would come there. I tell you, but I can't. I have to wear. I can't be around all that 49er. But I would love to be there and y'all lose, because me and Mike have been places like that before when the team lost, and we told the Carolina Panthers fans, hey man, y'all gonna lose this game today. Oh man, they had Carolina cupcakes. I done had the cupcake all around my mouth and everything. We be eating good, boy. They had good food. Boy, halftime, everybody been sad in the house except for me and Mike.
All right. Yeah, hey. Come on, get on the truck with Mike. Come on up here. I got about 10 pork chop sandwiches waiting on you.
How you get?
You won't make it back down there.
Now you trying to blind me? You trying to make my cholesterol high? You ain't catch me with the pork chop, but now if you say fried fish, you might give me that fried fish sandwich now.
Fried pork chop sandwich. Hey.
That fried fish now. You give me that fried fish sandwich.
A good crispy chicken skin sandwich on some John Deere.
Boy, a chicken skin sandwich. What are you talking about? A good old chicken with a little bit of chicken back, just the chicken back to frame it up. How you call it, a little chicken kite sandwich. Bubba, I told my mom about the chicken skin, and she said, "Oh, that's not funny, Cornell." And I said, "Man, it's a joke about the chicken skin." And she had one send you chicken now. I said, "No." I said, "That man got plenty of money. That man military." I said, "That's Bubba." She said, "Oh," she said, "Mike ain't right for teasing about the chicken skin." Now, Mary Jane, I bet you if I told Mary Jane that, I bet she'd be falling out. But Mike, I laughed probably about an hour, because when you mentioned it, Bubba, it made me laugh all the way from back in school, because I remember
Going
that
to practice or coming from practice?
We
was coming from practice.
We was coming
and
from
we
practice.
That he will go back the next day and tell people.
Hey, Ty. Bubba just made me realize that I was like this for a long time.
Ty, he was Ty. He was Ty. Listen, Ty, and I mean full venerable coming at the boys. Hey, look, he was armed and dangerous from day one. Day one, he was armed and dangerous, and this is where I grew up at. I grew up on that bus, bro. Hey, we grew up, and that's why I tell people now. I said, listen, when they be trying to roast, I be like, be easy on yourself, because I done heard all the fat jokes and all the bad leg and bad knee jokes. But you just better be ready, because I'm gonna test you. I'm gonna hit you in every spot when you got something wrong. And I said, I don't think you could take it. I said, I don't think you could take it now. And after a while, they'd be like, okay, man, I quit, man. Get off me, man. But once I get on them, then once you get on a roll, you don't want to stop. That's the boy used to do, boy. You come on the bus and you don't be right. Come on that bus. Oh man, something wrong.
And it was so crazy because when we was a junior and junior and senior, Bubba was on that bus. We got off of 42 and we got on the Bono bus.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
And I think the Bono bus was actually worse than 42.
That bus was worse.
It was. Yeah, it was.
That bus
was.
Because I actually think when I think about it now, I think they got and I ain't saying Bubba, you was the worst. I'm just saying because I was on there too. I think they got the biggest clowns out of each community, and they actually stacked them on the same bus. Oakley bus, some guys was nice and quiet and all of that. But
hey, they need to call the cops on us. Hey, remember we used to throw pennies at the bus driver?
Yeah. Oh man, look,
cut the foam out the back of the seat.
Every day, and one day we'll sing gospel, the next day we'll sing R&B, the next day we'll rap. It was like when there's plenty of times I ride down the road, man, I just bust out laughing, man.
Just thinking about
we used to make them turn around and take us back to the high school.
And you remember
we go in Haynesville and play basketball.
Hey,
come back during lunch.
You remember the time we was calling out Frazier? Come on, Frazier!
Hey.
Come on, Frazier!
Really? Come on, Frazier! Hey, you remember when we used to all in the trailer playing cards?
Yeah, we
bust in, and Columbus was the only one got caught that day.
Them boys, they have no respect for school, rules, or anything. And the day that Michael said, "Come on, Frazier," I was in Mr. Payne's office and I was in trouble. And the bus comes pulling up and they making so much noise. And Mr. Payne
said, always used to do that.
Mr. Payne said, "Wait a minute, Slick, hold on." And I was sitting in Mr. Payne's office, and them boys was like, Frazier, bucket doors. And I mean, them boys was talking so much trash. And as soon as he got on the bus got quiet. I mean, no.
You remember when all us got kicked out of school for a day, Mike?
Came off the bus.
Yes, sir.
Off the bus, and they started making that noise again. Them guys made so much noise that Mr. Payne sent me back to class. He said, "Slick."
I think I've been in the military when I told my mom and daddy that.
So y'all was in school with them. I remember my cousin used to drive a bus over there, old Vincent Patterson. He used to drive the bus over there on our side.
I remember Vincent.
Yeah.
Sound familiar.
Just what's the Taylor guy used to drive our bus with?
Anthony?
No. Bridget Taylor brother.
Yeah, he used to drive that bus, and Kathy Lloyd used to drive that bus too.
Yeah, Kathy Lloyd called the cops on us. Cause remember she wouldn't turn the bus around and we started throwing pennies and nickels at her?
Yeah, all that.
That boy's bad. That boy wrong.
But we sit down and we think about it now, and that's why I know, as crazy as we was, and we had fun, and the school never got shot up, never got on lockdown. But the crazy thing is, and when I tell my kids this, they look at me like I'm crazy. We was crazy, but we was also mature enough to drive buses back and forth.
Absolutely.
Like we was like the last generation that actually could have got your license and drive a school bus.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
As they say, time has definitely changed.
Time
you got that right.
Time has changed. Well, we didn't have no smartphones either.
No.
Yeah. You going to class reunion this year, Mike?
We'd have been dangerous.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make it this year. I haven't made it the last couple of years, but I'm gonna try to make it this year. You coming?
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
All right.
I haven't missed one yet.
Oh, serious?
Oh, I haven't missed one.
Dang, but that's all
I
right.
ain't been to nothing but one.
I've been there the last one.
I missed the last one because of Hottie. Because Hottie was at my house, and Hottie said, "Man, ain't nobody gonna show up, man." And we didn't go. Everybody was there.
Listen to who you listen to.
Yeah, we went to the game.
Right.
We went to the game.
Mr. I told you so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't gonna miss the next one though. Yeah, we ain't gonna miss the next one. Absolutely.
Yeah, because it's what, in September.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's 40 for y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Big
So
40.
I guess my 40 comes up we're the class of 86, so yeah, 2 more years.
Yeah.
And Ty, you came out in 89, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I tell people, let's see. My kids say, "Ooh, Daddy, you old now." I say that's wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I say you better hope you live to see my age.
Dig it.
I tell them we got so many classmates. I say he ain't here today.
boy, gone, boy.
Yep.
That's crazy when you stop thinking like that now, for real. Out of those 4 years, Berkeley High School, man, there's a lot of people gone.
And the one that had got me was Eddie Francis.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Eddie, man.
Eddie had called me out the blue. He ain't never called me before. Never called me. And he said, "Hey, wait, fuck, what's up?" I said, he said, "It's Eddie." I said, "What's going on, man?" He said, "No, wait." He said, "What you doing?" And I was getting ready to go down range the next day. I said, "Man, I'm getting ready to go to Saudi." He said, "Huh?" I said, "I'm getting ready to go down range." He said, "Man," he said, "I want you to make me a promise." I said, "What's that?" He said, "When you get home, make me one of your first stops so we can, talk about the old days and have a couple of drinks." I said, "Oh," I told him, "Okay, no problem."
Bub,
I
you got
think
Spike
he
Lee
passed
doing
away
your
2 weeks after I left.
Bub,
Huh?
you got Spike Lee doing your cinematography. I noticed that the camera went in and came out, came back in.
You made him jealous, man.
Is that what it is? That's pretty
Yeah,
good. That's
but yeah.
That's crazy, man. And at his funeral, man, listen, it was a representation of all them 4 years at Berkeley High School. You probably had every crazy person ever been to Berkeley High School in the building. I mean, the whole building was just full of crazy people. One person got up there to sing, and I just hope that nobody's related to them that's listening. But I was sitting in the pulpit, and Rodney was right. I was right by Rodney, and they singing. I looked up in the balcony, and there's Keith, Grantham, Teddy, and Angelo, and they bent over laughing. They're laughing so much, they crying, and I'm trying not to laugh. And then Rodney said, "Unbelievable," and I got to laugh. Then
Who was singing?
I don't know who that person was, but I'm telling you, that one, no. Me and Mike been to a funeral like that one time too, where the lady came in from Baltimore, and she must have thought it was a concert. That lady must have sang 6 or 7 songs. She started off in the name of Jesus, and Mike was at the door. He was ushering. I was sitting over in the deacon board, and John Rivers was out in the audience. And the three of us, man, which them guys used to be a bad influence on me because I used to be trying to follow the preacher and stuff like that when we were in church.
Stop. Hey, like the young people say, stop the cap. Stop it. Stop it.
Man, John Rivers was out there laughing, and I looked at Mike, and Mike got tickled, and that made me laugh. And then Mike dad was laughing, and then Mike mom was on the choir, and she shook her head and told me stop laughing. So I quit laughing then. Oh God.
Brother.
Hey, question.
Okay,
Some
go
people
ahead.
talking about that. Who was that racing Derek when he wrecked his grandmama car and then everybody ran back to the church and want to go to the altar?
Racing Derek?
Yeah.
Derek Givens?
Uh-huh. It was a Sunday. Everybody said everybody in church they racing.
It was
I have
racing.
no idea.
I know. Mike, man, what's going on? Hey man, we on the show, man. I got you on the show live, man. Michael Bryant, Tyrone Simmons, and Bubba on the show. Clarence Wigfall. No, man, they can hear you, man. I patched you in, man.
Nobody can't hear nothing, man. Stop lying.
Y'all can hear Mike?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I patched you in, man. I patched you since you was ringing in, man.
Yeah. Only part he patching is you.
You must be still patching.
Oh, y'all can't hear. Y'all can't hear Mike.
No.
Nope.
I have to tell you that. Boy, good
I
thing
can
you
hear
didn't have.
y'all.
Man, it's a good thing you went in the army and they had you on the switchboard, but we wouldn't have never make it nowhere.
Mike, you see what I go through. Same thing as the old days.
Hey, man.
Same thing.
Who he talking to? Mike who?
Case to be down. Mike Gibbs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mike Gibbs.
Yeah.
I don't know why y'all can't hear me tonight, man. Cause
You like damn radar on damn mask. What the little guy name was it? The radar?
yeah,
Radar?
Yeah.
Why you call me radar? Why you call me radar, man? Why you trying to play me like that?
The radar was the phone man. He was the patch guy, man.
Yeah, I know. I don't hear nothing.
What
And
you said
Cornell
about,
talking about he got him on you on live.
Yeah. They're probably talking to himself, man.
yeah,
Probably.
yeah.
Yeah, he probably want us to go ahead and hang up and leave. So he act like someone called him. He talking.
Mike can hear y'all, you know. He laughing now. He can hear y'all. Yeah, they playing me. All right, Mike, I'll call you back, bro.
Cornell probably trying to get a check.
Yeah.
You trying to think I'm acting crazy?
He trying to get that check.
Hey, K-Star Carter says live 5 from Matt Beth is signing out. Your signals is all out of whack. I'm gonna
get ready to sign up myself, brother. I gotta be up at 5 or 6.
Man, we done did 2 hours and 46 minutes, man. We done talked about everything but football at the end. But man, I enjoyed the conversation with y'all, man.
Hey, before I go, tell y'all, little congressman, to stay off of TV.
Oh, don't even talk about that.
That's Cornell first cousin.
That ain't my first cousin, Bucky.
Hey,
Bucky,
man.
not my
You
first
need
cousin.
to give him that damn hat you got on, Cornell.
I love you.
You need to give him that hat, man.
He's not man enough to wear this wilderness hat right here. A hat like this, you would never have another man tell you he love you with a hat like this on.
He gonna be Herschel Walker 2.0.
You give him that hat, he'll look like that boy off a damn $5 for real, man.
Right.
I love you.
I think his name is Russell.
Yeah, Russell.
Mushmouth, not Mushmouth.
No, Russell.
I think his name is Russell.
Russell is Bill Cosby brother, isn't he? And Russell is there's Russell and there's I thought that guy had another name.
Rudy?
Well, yeah, they called him Mushmouth for real though.
He talking black, but this son. Hey, baby,
yeah, that's Mushmouth.
Hey, Fab Albert. Yeah, and Bucky and all that.
Cornell, you remember we used to play butt?
I never played butt. I know you were going there too. I know you was going there about the butt. You talk about oh, my stomach hurts. Hey, Tyrone, that's the way to do to be all time. That's why I'm coaching for that. That's why Fat Albert didn't bother me no more. Because the boy used to be like, I'm hungry right now. Hey. That boy used to always crack up. He talk about the train was bringing my food.
Now, I never did that, Cornell.
That boy used to crack up because I live by the railroad track. Told me the train come by and bring my food.
God.
That boy used to give me a hard time, boy.
Yeah, I'm glad I never cracked on you like that.
Hey, Tyrone, and there's one fella, I'm not calling no name. Here's my Cat Williams moment for the week. One fella, I ain't calling no names, girl was passing by and she was quite shapely. And he decided to proceed to pitch the derriere. And I'm over there reading a book because I was a nerd. That girl turned around and slapped me. She slapped. Hey, that girl almost slapped me the next week. And I said, hey! I mean, she slapped me so hard. I'd be a good slap across the face.
Who did that, Cornell?
I don't know. I'm not calling no names.
Hey, I remember that girl slapping you.
Yeah, she's.
Because when you looked up, you had glasses on. It was like this. Man, let me go, man. Y'all brothers be good, man.
Man, y'all guys have a good
Easy
night,
up there,
man.
All right, man.
We ain't got no theme music tonight because the music not working. Because last week I was dancing to no music, so I ain't gonna do that tonight like I'm crazy.
Oh, man.
All right, take us out with a song, operator.
You better run.
Yeah, right.
All right, gentlemen.
Oh
I
man.
gotta take Mama to the doctor in the morning. Let me
Oh
get up.
man. Tell her God bless her, man. Tell Mrs.
Yeah,
Stone we
man.
got
Take
her.
care, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Take care, guys,
Alrighty.
man. All right, y'all have a good night.
all right, later.
All right, now.
All right, Bubba.